I forgot to start the stream on YouTube, so YouTube viewers are pissed. I am 35 minutes late. Shh, don't snitch. No one snitch and they won't know. Hi YouTube, hello. I've been here the entire time. I'm so sorry. I had a bathroom emergency. Hence why I'm late. All right. What's the K-pop? I'm kind of in the K-pop mood right now. Anyways, all right, chat. Now begins the fun part of the stream. Now this becomes a just chatting stream with some Pokemon in the background. So yes, let's go ahead and continue our conversation. Imano. All right, it's boring sometimes. Okay, let me scroll back up. I missed it. Your arrow ace, Rainiel. Your point being, it's boring sometimes as a girl. I want to be kissed, worshipped, and given a lot of food. I mean, can't your mom do that? You know? Or I guess like most people do have a father. Can't your parents do that? You can get kissed on the cheek or on the forehead. I don't know about worshipping. That's kind of crazy. Food? I mean, your parents would feed you. I would hope so. I'd be like, I'm sure if you can ask like, hey mom, can I get some food? And then she'll be like, oh yes, of course, dear. I love you. And then gives you food. And that not like... And not be like a thing. All right, so there's the Dratini chat. If anybody's wondering how we're gonna get the Dratini, it just spawns over there. Once that becomes pink, that is shiny. So we're gonna run over there once it's pink. But it's not pink at the moment. So, we're gonna do this. Oh no, I could be happy being a single person, but don't let the absence of a relationship make you feel otherwise. I'm tired of trying to love myself, though. Oh, that's actually quite sad. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, that's actually really sad. Aw. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Felt this in my bones. I've been single for 8 years now, and it's been great. And shake at me. Give me those sweaty hands. Handshake. That being said, having to rely on being dependent on someone else to regulate your emotions is no good. I mean, yesn't. I mean, you could definitely do it within reason. You could definitely do it in reason. It doesn't hurt to have somebody to lean on in your moment of need. Because, I mean, to be fair, humans are social creatures. And I'm no therapist, but it is nice to have somebody to vent to every so often when things don't go your way. You want to give your love to someone else? Oh, that is an alpha dragonair. That was quick. But yes, I totally get it. Is that pink? Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. Keep thinking that's gonna be pink, but it's gonna be purple. Handshake. Parent love is different from partner love, Rainiel? Is it? How? I mean... How? How is it different? Because they both love you, and they both, you know, like you and hang around you. I literally said that! I'm talking more about, like, those male-centered girlfriends I've had in the past. Big red flag. Wait, what does that mean? Male-centered girlfriends. What is a male-centered girlfriend? You get to choose your partner, you don't get to choose your parents. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's like unrequited love, I guess. I see what you're saying. Okay. It's mostly because your parents created you? That is a crazy sentence, but you're not wrong. Why is it when I hear they created you, I think of Frankenstein? Oh, no. I think of the Powerpuff Girls. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These 3 ingredients have created the world of that's not how Powerpuff Girls goes. I forgot what the intro of Powerpuff. You can't blame me, chat. It's been like 20 plus years since I've seen Powerpuff Girls. They're required to love you? I mean, it'd be nice if they did. They don't necessarily have to, but It'd be nice if they did. But yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think I can kind of understand or empathize with what you guys are trying to say. Oh, what just happened? I can kind of empathize with it. I also realized, chat, I've been referring to myself as asexual when I realized I'm arrow ace. I'm like just straight up arrow ace, which is like completely different than what I thought asexual was. Don't use TikTok as your reference for learning things, chat. I saw a TikTok and I was like, oh, that's what I am. That's cool. I didn't know there was a name for it. It turns out, well, TikTok was wrong. Don't use TikTok as a source. Some people just want to have someone they can make out with. I mean, you can have a friends with benefits, no? You can just have a friend that you're like really close with, and then say you agree upon a relationship or whatever. You don't want to date, but you want to like stay close. I'm sure you guys can like communicate or talk something out, and then have something like that. If that's like super important to you. You want a person to kiss, hold hands, and share intimate moments with. Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to date the person. I mean, have you guys ever thought about like pursuing like a friends with, like quite literally a friends with benefits? You know, you're really close with this person, but you don't want to date, but you have like intimate feelings for each other and you want to like be around each other, but you don't want to commit to a relationship. Have you ever had a friends with benefits? Nope. Not everyone wants that without having a defined relationship, though. Friends with benefits is not for everyone. Yeah, that's fair. Also, there is a negative connotation towards the term of friends with benefits. Like, anytime somebody brings up the word friends with benefits, they just instantly think of a cheater or, you know, Santa Claus, you know? And like, I can see why people think that way, but it's not. I mean, it's not black and white. If it's something that's agreed upon by two people, who's to say that it's your business to get in their way, you know? If they agreed upon this relationship and these are their boundaries and this is how they're going to be around with each other, and it's, you know, it's none of your beeswax, yama. That is your beeswax how they do it. And it doesn't make them any less of a person. They're just one-sided in a way. I mean... Yesn't? I mean, as I would imagine it, like, if you just agree upon, like, a terms, like, oh, let's be friends, but let's kiss every Thursday. I don't know. Like, you agree upon, like, you would, like, hang out with each other, be friends, and then, like, anytime it's just you two, you would just, like, snuggle or whatever. And, you know, like, I would imagine if that's agreed upon, hopefully they would honor it. I would assume that they would honor it, because I like having faith in humans, that they're good people and whatnot. But that could just be the naivety in me. Some people need an emotional connection to be able to make out and all that, Lamau. Oh no, I get that. I get that. I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm giving options, chat. I'm giving options. You're browsing a store and I'm providing you options. I'm the sales associate being like, hello, welcome to the shop at the corner. And today's options on our menu is the shop on the corner so-and-so services. Santa. So because I really am trying to, because I really want to be a PG-13 streamer, like I don't mind cursing. I try to limit it though. Because one, it just makes editing YouTube videos and clips so much easier with me not cursing all the time. I refer to Santa as, instead of using the word ho, because one, ho has a negative connotation towards it and people can make assumptions and implications based on people using that terminology when referring to somebody else. So I just like saying Santa because Santa goes ho ho ho. You know, it's a much nicer roundabout way of saying it instead of just straight up being like, you dirty ho! You know, like it just sounds nicer and like it gets the point across, and people are not so hung up on like labels, and the conversation can still flow better. So like, yes, I use the word Santa. Someone almost always catches feelings. I have zero experience, so I would not know. Sure, maybe, possibly. I mean, for me personally, I would say I would believe no, that's not true, because if you did want to date, well, you would just ask each other out then, no? But I guess maybe, I don't know. Here's the sales associate, doesn't even know what you're selling. Isn't that what being a sales associate is? Chat, for those of you guys who worked in retail, tell me you guys have not worked a job before where you get like new inventory or a bunch of items, and like you're not briefed on what the items are, so you just have to pretend you know what you're talking about when like explaining things to customers. I have to do that all the time. I remember having to do that all the time. One time I hit the work at like for example, when I worked at a nail polish salon, my first month working there, I had no idea anything about nail polish or anything of the sort. So I just regurgitated all the information that was like given to me by my associates and my other coworkers until I like understood what I was talking about and whatnot. But I mean, my first month, I had no idea what I was yapping about. I had legitimately no idea what I was yapping about. But I had to sound like I knew what I was talking about, because anytime I didn't, I would always get in trouble by both my employer, like the one who like my boss, and by the customers as well. Because they're like, oh, why are you working here if you don't know what you're doing? And also, why is a guy working here? I really hated those like connotations or like assumptions like, oh, guys can't work at a nail polish salon. I don't know, it just irked me, so I wanted to get really good at my job, so I got much better at using context clues to be able to give like a formulative thought that can make people like hesitate for a second or think to themselves and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, when really I don't know what I'm talking about. Some people are trying to find their endgame forever person too. Yeah, that's different. If you're trying to find your endgame character, I guess we'll use that reference. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're trying to find your person. I mean, actually, as an old person who is well past his age of dating / anything, I should be getting ready for retirement. Me personally, I think dating is at the hardest it's ever been for young people. I think dating is at the hardest it's ever been. If you're between the age of 19 to 30. You know what? No, scratch that. 35. 19 to 35, dating is the hardest it's ever been. You not only have to deal with AI people, like, you know, possibly the person you're talking to is possibly AI at this rate. Because, God, that is crazy. I've been getting AI calls recently on my phone, and I genuinely think it's a person until, like, you know, they kind of... You know how, like, when you speak to AI, they kind of sound like they know what they're talking about, and then when you ask them, like, a non-scripted question, they kind of shut down or they stop working. Like, it's not until, like, that happens that I don't figure out, oh, this is an AI that I'm talking to. This is a robot. This is not a person. What the heck? Like, half of the conversation I thought I was speaking to a real person. Turns out I'm not. But yeah. But yeah, you have to deal with AI. You have to deal with clout chasing, because a lot of people nowadays see people as numbers, or like, if you have like a social media following and you don't have X amount of followers, they won't think that you're conventionally pretty, because the number that's associated with you doesn't match with what their expectations are, and that can cause you to get rejected, even though there's no flaws about you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just don't have enough clout for them for whatever reason. Also, the cost of living is going up. So it's just harder to like start a new family, you know, get a new place of residence, and then live together, and then have kids, and then, you know, take them to school or whatever. Cost of living is going up, so that's making dating harder. There's ain't nobody trying to date somebody that lives in their parents' home, so that's an experience. What else? And just honestly, I feel like because of online dating, or just like the presence of social media, it's caused everybody's expectations of what a person can be to be so near humanly impossible to obtain for the average person, that it's causing you and other people to lose opportunities because you can't temper your expectations and realize that realistically, you guys are not going to be dating a Korean K-pop artist. You know, the 10 out of 10, the 11 out of 10 perfect guy or person or whatever. Like that's realistically, that's not going to happen. So you have to kind of temper your expectations and just find somebody that you mesh well with, that is also within your preferences. But a lot of people don't want to, quote unquote, lower their expectations because of social media. They're like, oh, I see this guy propose to their wife with a $16,000 diamond ring. I ain't marrying anybody who's not proposing me with a diamond ring. You know, like those posts like that. Or like, I'm not marrying somebody unless they do this for me or whatever, right? But like, you know, if it's a financial thing, then like, you know, not everybody has like so much liquid cash to like burn on a momentary pleasure, you know. Although getting a ring for marriage is probably very important to people, at the same time, what's more important, the ring or your marriage, like your actual relationship? And unfortunately, based on what I've seen from social media, I would be beg to differ that a lot of people care about the ring more than the actual relationship because they view it as a way to get their money back. Relationship doesn't work out, sure, go for a divorce, take half of their assets and sell the ring. You got your money. You got more money than you started off with. It's scummy, it's dumb, but that's just the meta. That's just what people are up for now. Let me pay you to be my nail tech? No. 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 I've been a personal nail artist for a couple of my friends, and I swear to God, it is stress. I am not built for it. I am not built for it. I get stressed out. Doing my own nails is fine. Doing other people's nails, not fine. I get too stressed. I don't know why. I'm not an art person. I'm not an artsy person, which is, I don't like that about me. I wish I was more of an arty person, but I'm really not, because I care too much, or I stress too much about making art, and I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy being stressed out, and like, I just don't enjoy being stressed out. And art stresses me out. I really enjoy watching art and looking at art. Like, you know how Emmy's like working on a commission for me and whatnot? I'm so excited to see that. Like, a part of me kind of wants to see the spoilers. I want to see like the process, but at the same time, I also kind of want to see the end. Because like, if I kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like, then I can kind of like fill in the images in my head. But at the same time, I want to be surprised. So it's like that. Like, that excitement is what I have, and I like that. But if I was told to make that art, I would crash out. I would be stressing so bad. I wouldn't even know where to start. I'd be too worried about every little thing. I would just, I don't know. I just don't like making art. But seeing other art is much more fun. What? What? You're not gonna get kids? You don't need kids. Yeah, if you guys don't want kids, don't get kids. Kids are expensive. And this is not financial advice or life advice. This is just my opinion. I don't think people should have kids if you're not financially stable. I think it's irresponsible for people to have kids when they're not financially stable. Because I grew up poor. Like, very poor with a single mom. Like, we did not have 3 meals a day. The only days I was able to eat food was Monday to Friday, and I would only have 2 meals a day. 1 meal at lunch at school, which was free, and then occasionally I would have a piece of bread or a bowl of rice during the weekday. And that was my lunch growing up until I was legal age to work. And then I could buy my own food. Quite literally was surviving on scraps. So it is not fun. It is not mentally safe for, you know, children to like have an upbringing like that, and whatnot. So as somebody that's struggled, me personally, I would say don't have kids unless you're financially stable, so you can, you know, put a roof over their head, have them have a solid 3 meals a day, healthy meals a day. And, you know, you don't have to, but it would be nice if you could set aside some money so they can go to college. If they want to pursue college or post-secondary education. It'd just be nice to have something like that in case they want to. Instead of having to follow the route that I had to take, which was I ended up working many, many years outside of, or like starting to work when I was in middle school. Allegedly, started working in middle school because that's legal. You're not supposed to work when you're a child. Allegedly started working at a very young age because back then there was no way to, digital information didn't exist, so I could just walk in and lie, allegedly, and start working at a young age, earn some money, start feeding me and my little younger sibling, and then saved up money, got a car, and then decided to go to school after a couple of years of saving up money. Don't want to do that. Not fun. They don't have to be Korean. I swear to God, every single Twitter person I speak to or that like messages me says otherwise. I swear to God, they say otherwise. I'm saying never settle for the partner you want. Wait, never settle for the partner that you want. Wait, what does that mean? Never settle for the partner you want. That's a double negative. It's a partner you want, so why would you not settle for them? I'm so confused. I'm just a big dreamer and I'm sick of the mundane life I live. I want more than life gives me. Ah, go travel. When I started traveling the world, visiting various Asian countries and European countries, my worldview changed immensely. And my perspective of things and my appreciation for things have changed so much ever since I started traveling. If you don't really know what to do, or if you quote-unquote live a mundane life, or you kind of feel lost in life, go do things. The only way to figure out things you like and dislike is to go do it. So go travel, go on a hike, go talk to somebody, make a new friend, speak to a stranger, pick up a hobby, go immerse yourself in said hobby, try different things out, or engross yourself into different communities. Speak to people you don't typically speak to on a day-to-day basis or on a regular basis. Burst out of your bubble. Put yourself in your uncomfortable zone. Make yourself uncomfortable. And every experience that you live and have is a story to tell and share with someone else. And then your life will become, you know, a bit more exciting than before, probably. Bro, can't read? I can read! Allegedly. Your first mistake was Twitter? I mean, I have to use Twitter for business reasons. No, Sailor, trust me. I quite literally had someone DM me and ask me, hey, I think you're really cute and your voice sounds really nice, but can I ask real quick, what kind of Asian are you? And I was like, this kind. And they're like, oh, you're that Asian? You're not Japanese or Korean? And I'm like, no, not every Asian is Japanese or Korean. And they're like, oh, well, that's not the Asian I like. Bye. Quite literally. And the thing is, that was the person I met in a video game. I was in a video game. Because I was not a full-blooded Korean or Japanese, they were just like, oh, you're that kind of Asian or you're a mixed Asian? Oh, okay. Well, bye. I'm like, bro, come on. Not every Asian is just those two. That's just two small countries. Asia's quite large. There is like at least like 30 other countries, if not more. Dude, ever since then, my like not self-love, what is the word? My self-confidence has like shot down, and that's why I don't like saying what kind of Asian I am. I just like to leave it to people's imagination and just call it a day. You don't need to know what type of Asian I am. Just know I'm Asian. That's all you'll get from me. And yes, I am mixed. I don't mind saying that. I am mixed. But yes. Just give me a tall, good-looking man that likes anime and cosplays. That is... Honestly, that is so much more easier than you think it is. Have you gone to a convention? I say that sarcastically. Go talk to somebody in the convention. If you go to a convention and you see somebody that looks conventionally attractive, just walk up to them. Be like, hey, nice to meet you. My name is so-and-so. I really like your cosplay. Or, I think you're really cool. Or you kind of give me good vibes. Would you like to hang out, for the convention? Or would you like to go to a restaurant after the convention? And if they say no, that's fine. At least you shot your shot. However, chat, if you become friends with people, chances are they might recommend you to somebody else that is within your preference or your, as the Zoomers would say, your gaga, you know? You know, somebody else that meets within your expectations or preferences. They might introduce you to someone because, fun fact, a lot of the times people end up dating each other because they get recommended or arranged because a friend is like, hey, I think you'd be a good fit for one of my friends. Are you single? And would you mind going on a blind date with them? Like a lot of people that I've hooked up with and a lot of people that like I naturally ended up helping get relationships is because I know said person and I trust this person because I know said person that they would be good to my friend. So I'm like, hey, so I have a sister and weirdly enough, I think you might be her type. Would you like to date her? And they're like, sure, actually. I mean, she's your sister and I like you, so, you know, can't be that bad. But I'm like, yeah, here's a picture of her. Let me go ahead and set you guys up a date. Don't worry about it. I got you, boys. And then they would date. And then whatever happens, happens. What kind of question is that? I don't know. Brain rot. People love to romanticize East Asians, but when you're Southeast Asian, you get poo-poo. If you're just not Korean, Chinese, or Japanese, people just, for some reason, get upset. I don't know why. I don't know why, and I don't like that. And because of that, I've decided to completely lock myself away from other people, and I refuse to say what I am now, and I don't care. If you really want to know what languages I know how to speak, I know English, Japanese, and Spanish. Those are the only 3 languages I know. I also know I can speak gibberish and Myanmar as well. Those are the 5 languages that I know. Make what you will with that information. That's my plan for the future. Cons, Rain. I'm gonna just go for it. Just go for it. I kid you not. Me, personally, I rejected everyone that approached me. However, I had a friend who I was just about to dox. I had a friend of mine, and he's a conventionally good-looking guy. And I kid you not, he got approached by 3 different people during conventions. And he ended up adding every single one of them on Discord. And they actually went on dates with all 3 of these people. Obviously different times, not the same time. But like they did actually go on 3 different dates. And that wouldn't have happened if those people just didn't grow some courage, walk up, just ask a very simple, innocent question. Hey, can I get your number? Or hey, would you like to go on a date? Or hey, would you like to go eat and do something or whatever? And chances are they might say yes. You never know. If they're not taken, chances are they'll say yes. And if they are taken and they say yes, make do what you will with that information, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask because chat, if you're in a convention, especially an anime or a gaming convention, you're talking, everyone's a nerd. Every single person there is probably a nerd. Maybe that 1% of group of people are being dragged there by their significant other. Or maybe it might be a parent. I don't know how old you guys are in chat. Who knows? Some of you guys might be my age and you'll be around 70 years old. And you're hitting up grandmas and stuff like that. And she'll be like, I don't even know where I am. I'm just here because my grandchild wanted me to come here for Minecraft. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I just fancy you. and then, yeah, whatever happens, happens. But yeah, yeah, whatever happens, happens. I'm not fine. I'm ugly. Chat, if you identify yourself as an ugly person, I promise you, there is one thing you can do, minimum, you could do to make yourself quote unquote more conventionally less ugly. But you have to also remember ugly is subjective. What one person will find ugly, another person will not. So I don't know, and I can't acknowledge or just say flat out, yes, you're ugly because you don't reach this stat point on the Richter scale or whatever. That's not how ugliness works. It's all subjective. However, if you think you're ugly, like you yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy or dissatisfied with the way you look, here's some advice from somebody that is ugly, but spends every day of their life doing something to make them less ugly. Start something. Start something that will help improve yourself and to achieve that quote-unquote appearance that you want. Start a skincare routine. If you don't have one, start one. That's a good place to start. Your skin is a good reflection of how you look as a person and is the first thing many people will see. If you don't like the bags on your eyes, get some more sleep or start using retinol or some toners to help hide or moisturize or clean up the bagginess under your eyes. You know, start taking vitamins, you know, improve your health. If you are overweight, if you think you are overweight or your doctor says you are overweight or you have high cholesterol, start exercising. You don't need to go to the gym. It's actually quite easy to lose weight. There's a reason why a lot of cavemen were ripped back in the Stone Age. I would know, I existed back then. All you have to do is eat a calorie deficit diet, meaning only eat as much as you need to. Whatever that is. Everybody's body is different. Only eat as much as you need to and maximize on macronutrients. And get some basic level of exercise. Whether that's stretching, going for a walk, going for a jog, doing calisthenics, Zumba, going to the gym if you really like the gym. Go pump some iron, body weight exercises, assisted exercises. Say if you are disabled or slightly paralyzed somewhere, you can do assisted exercises. Get an elastic armband. Those things are amazing for exercises. It's actually one of the recommended exercises and tools to use when you're hospitalized. The many times I got hospitalized, I would be given an elastic band, and I would just constantly do exercises. I would do bicep curls with an elastic band. You could do tricep flexes. You can work out your shoulders. You can work out your back. You can work out your traps. You can work out your abs. You can work out your legs. You can work out many parts of your legs. You can work out your neck. You can do so much just by laying in bed, being completely paralyzed or bedridden. Well, I shouldn't say, if you're fully paralyzed, that's a different story. But assuming you're able-bodied, or a good chunk of you is able-bodied, you can still do some form of exercise. Obviously, consult your physician or your doctors or your PT or physical therapist before attempting any exercises. Rainiel is not responsible for any injuries or harm you may inflict upon yourself via attempted attempts. Whatever happens, happens. It is on you, chat. Ish. I like my labubus. Oh my god. Chat. When I went to I went to this, where did I go? I went somewhere. I don't remember where I went. I went somewhere. I saw a machine of labubus. Like a vending machine of labubus. I was like, what is this? And I kid you not, there was a line, and 90% of that line were very, very old ladies. Like, the entire line was just old women. And I was just like, why is there a huge line of people for labubus? For a vending machine. At like 2 in the afternoon. What is going on? And like, never did I feel so old and have no idea what was going on. I thought labubus were just plushies. But it turns out they're more than that, because there was a line of like 35 people. And all of them were like passive aggressive with each other. I remember seeing this person accidentally sneeze, and somebody thought that they were trying to cut in line because they sneezed and they jerked, like, you know, they jerked forward, and they thought I think they were trying to push someone out of the line, so they got shoved to the back. No, they were just like, hey, no cut, no cut. And I was just like, what is going on? And then she was like, no, I'm sorry, I just sneezed. And she was like, no cut, no cut. She just kept yelling that. And then the security had to get involved, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, what are Labubus? I thought they were just plushies that look horrendous. But turns out, people go crazy over Labubus, chat. Labubus scare me. Fashion scares away most people, but that's a you problem. Okay, so that is a very good advice, or that's a very good question. If your fashion scares other people, then you have to value pros and cons. Do you enjoy your does the fashion you wear make you happy? If so, continue wearing what you're wearing. However, if you value finding a significant other more than being fashionable 24/7, then you have to come to a compromise. That means whenever you go to public events that are not specific to the fashion you wear, then go in what is a conventional a more commonly dressed outfit that society would deem as quote-unquote normal, and go out in that, because your objective is not to wear a fashion you like. You're more focused on your objective of finding a significant other and not having people approach you or comment on you being quote-unquote weird for the fashion you're wearing. You need to make that decision yourself. What do you value more in that present time and moment? You dressing up in a very comfortable or whatever you deem to be awesome outfit? Or are you more focused on trying to get in touch with someone or communicate with people or socialize with people in a social environment? If you want to sort of blend in a social environment, then you have to do what other people are doing, or you will be treated like an outcast. And not everybody necessarily approaches people who are an outcast, because that's scary. Doing things that are outside of your comfort zone is scary. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you want to not live a boring or mundane life, you gotta do the things that other people won't do, which is things that you're uncomfortable of doing. Color deficit doesn't exist in Filipino culture. Yes, and I mean, I have a lot of Filipino friends, and pretty much all of them are pretty fit. They regulate their diet, and they also, like, they just eat cleaner. Like, sure, they still eat, like, you know, your traditional, like, they love their pichi-pichi, they love their, manoks, butang? Is it butang? You know, there's sweet spaghetti and stuff like that, but they treat them more as, like, treats. It's not necessarily, like, a day-to-day meal. It's more like, oh, we'll eat one per day, but then the rest of our meals for the day is, you know, cleaner or smaller in macronutrients, and then they just offset it by working out and making sure they burn off whatever their quote-unquote cheat meal or treat meal was. You could definitely get shredded just by being in a Filipino. I don't believe, I'm a huge advocate that race plays no part. Race, skin color, gender, whatever people, a lot of people try to like downplay people for. Any of those things do not play a part in a person's health or dreams or goals and expectations. The only thing hindering you is other people's feelings affecting you and also yourself. And I guess money too. Money does play a huge part into a lot of people's health, because although a lot of the things I'm saying may be good advice or whatever for a lot of people, not everybody can do it. You know, say for example, like you physically cannot afford organic or like cleaner meals or whatever, and it's just more cheaper to buy fried food. I understand, you know, money is a bee. However, you need to figure out how to accommodate those things to your lifestyle, and that may cause a lot of sacrifices or a lot of changes in your life that at first will not seem good, but over time your body will appreciate it. But, you know, there are factors that prevent people from achieving the goals that they want, and you have to, and unfortunately you have to figure that out yourself. Unfortunately, nobody has an answer to that. The only person that does is you, or I guess your mom, because if my mom is anything like your guys' mom, she is always gonna say is, moms are always right, they know everything. So if that's the case, ask your mom. And I can't say otherwise because I'm a mama's boy. Rice and more rice? Oh, I love rice. It is within my culture to have rice every single day. But you can limit the amount of rice you have. You don't have to eat like a full bowl of rice. I eat half a bowl of rice every day now, and that's been doing wonders. I feel like I have more energy because I'm consuming less carbs now, which is weird. Hey there, Tracer. Hello, hello. Sorry, I was going on a little yap session. How are you doing? They scare me too? Yeah, the Labubu scare you too? Thank you, it's not just me. Don't let them change who you are. Only let them change if you want them to let you change. Anyways, that's my advice from one old person to a young person, chat. You are welcome. Grandpa has given his advice for the day. I have to eat less now that I'm working out. So you don't necessarily have to eat less. You just need to consume things with less calories. And that's actually a lot more easier than you think. Because instead, like, for example, a lot of people love, you know, chicken sandwiches, right? But you know the breading that they put in chicken has a lot of calories. If you just get a simple grilled chicken, you're already cutting the calories in half. You go from a 1,000 calorie chicken to like a 400 calorie chicken. You're already cutting more than half just by going the grilled option. So simple stuff like that can make a huge difference. You just kind of have to educate yourself and like see what's available around your area. And I can't like give like hard like, oh, eat this and eat this and eat this. I know a lot of food influencers do that, but like I can't say that because everybody has a different, like everybody lives somewhere differently. What I have access to, you guys might not have, and what you have access to, I might not have. So I don't know. You just need to Google and research, or just ask somebody. Be like, hey, how many calories is in this? Or do you happen to know the nutrients in this? Or how much, you know, how many carbs are in this? Or how much trans fat, sugar, salt, whatever you're trying to like min-max. Ask somebody, because chances are somebody probably knows. Or Google knows. Drive safe, Emmy. Odamanj! Odamanj! I spotted Odamanj! They're doing your own shiny living decks? Ooh! How's that going? I've decided to do with shiny living decks. I saw somebody on Twitter earlier today that they finished their shiny living decks in this game. That is crazy. Somebody out there is already done. Oh, fitness guru ring! I don't like giving fitness advice because everybody's body is different and everybody's like condition is different. Like the quote-unquote exercises I do is not something I would give to a normal person because I've been working out for a while, like for a couple years, and if I just gave it to somebody who's never worked out, you would literally, I'm afraid you would pass out. You would either pass out or you would hurt yourself, and I don't want that to happen, so that's why I don't give advice. I would just say look up either calisthenics, body weight exercises, free weight exercises, or simple dumbbell exercises, or at home exercises. Any of those keywords will probably get you enough information to get a start of how to exercise, and then where you go from there just honestly depends on your needs, your wants, and your expectations. It's going good? Oh, that's sick. Actually, out of curiosity, how many shinies do I have? I don't have a box of shinies yet. We have almost a box of shinies. Yeah, we got 3 Pidge, 2 Froaks, we got the Bagon line, we got the Noibat line, we got the Altaria line. We almost got the Gengar line. No, not doing too bad. 6 more and then we got a full box. Yeah. Just do your own research. I mean, I highly recommend if you guys want to work out, the first thing you should do is calisthenics or body weight exercises. The reason being is because body weight exercises is the safest form of exercises because it's using your own weight. Something that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know what your body, for the most part, is like. You know how heavy you are. You know how light you are. You know how strong you are. It's safer to use your own body as a form of exercise than to, you know, grab a 20-pound dumbbell or 25 or 30-pound dumbbell or 55-pound dumbbell. That might harm you if you're too weak or if you're not strong enough to be able to withstand the resistance of it. So it's just safer to just start with your body and just sort of do that. You'll be very surprised. A lot of people can't even do a push-up. I've met a lot of people who have never done a push-up in their life or are incapable of doing a proper push-up. Which surprises me, because that's very bad. You should be able to do at least 5 push-ups, I would say. But a lot of people can't do push-ups. So I would start with that. You know, build up your chest, your biceps, sorry, your chest, your shoulder, and your tricep muscle to be able to do a push-up. You're already targeting 3 muscle groups by doing a push-up. Your chest, all parts of your chest. Well, not your lower parts, not your dips part, but your upper and midsection of your chest and the center is getting targeted. Your triceps are going to get targeted, mostly the inner and the sides. Your shoulders are going to get worked out. It's going to be your front shoulders. Your shoulders has three major muscle heads. The front one is going to be the one that gets targeted the most. The other parts a little bit, but not as much. But the front part of your shoulders, most of your chest, a good chunk of your triceps are already getting conditioned when doing a push-up. And fun fact, if you do a push-up with good form, your abs also get a workout. Most exercises you do will work out your abs if you do it with proper form and control. If you do an exercise incorrectly, first of all, you'll feel it, but second of all, you'll know because your core or your abs don't feel like they got engaged. If your abs do not feel a little tired or just slightly sore, that means you probably did not do the exercise properly. Because your abs or your core, just like the namesake, it's your core. It's the center of your body. Your abs are constantly doing work, whether you know it or not, because they have to keep your body straight. It has to keep your body centered. It has to distribute the power across all the parts of your limbs, depending on which one needs it at that specific moment. If you're doing exercises correctly, you will feel it in your abs, no matter what you do. You did 3 or 2? Honestly, that is not that bad. That's actually a lot more than a lot of people. So I'm proud of you that you're able to do at least 3. Let's go. That's nice. As long as it's more than 1. If you could do 1 push-up, I'm happy, chat. Because 0, any number that's higher than 0 is better than 0. Those just make me want to cry. I hate upper body workouts, but I do them anyway. Yes, you should always work out every part of your body. Your upper, midsection, and lower part. If you don't, chat, trust me, you're gonna, when you get much, much older, your body's gonna pay the price. And without like going too much into detail, because I feel like I'm boring a lot of people already with all this like workout talk and stuff. If your upper body is weak but your lower body is strong, that means you will end up hurting your back. Your back, your shoulders, and your neck will end up paying the price, and your spine. If your lower body is weak but your upper body is strong, your knees, your hips, and your joints will end up paying the price because they have more weight to carry and they're not able to carry it. If you want quote-unquote good proportional strength, your legs should be 2 to 3 times stronger than your arms, and your arms should be strong enough to be able to temporarily assist your entire body. What that means is, say if you're falling down and you need to catch yourself, your arms should, your upper body should have enough explosive strength to be able to lift your body so you can safely prevent yourself from getting injured. For example, like say if you're falling off a cliff, right? Whatever. It's a life or death situation. For a body that will be able to take care of yourself, if you can catch yourself from falling off a cliff, obviously, you know, there's a little bit more complications, but we'll just ignore all the variables. If you can catch yourself falling off of a cliff and momentarily stop yourself from falling to your death, in that split second, you have enough strength. Good job. You've prevented yourself from dying. And that's a good thing. You should have enough explosive strength temporarily to be able to help assist your body just from your upper body strength. You don't need endurance for your upper body. Your legs are more important. But your upper body should be strong enough to be able to temporarily assist yourself to prevent yourself from getting injured or whatever. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Haru skr. 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 Did you get the GT? Wait, did you GT the shiny Marie from the quest? GT. Are you saying, did I global trade for the shiny Marie? Or are you saying, did I get the shiny Marie from the quest? If it's get, yes, I got it from the quest. If it's GT, I didn't know global trading was in this game, so that's news to me. Hehe. Off a cliff? It's just an example. It's just an example. I was just trying to think of an example. I'm surprised we haven't casually found like another shiny just like somewhere on these other buildings. Like, I'm surprised that Alpha Pidgeot hasn't been a shiny yet. Nothing's been shiny yet, Nyama. Oh my gosh. Why aren't you a shiny Fletchinder? But it's not Fletchinder, this is a Fletchling. What am I saying? Alright, no worries. You don't have to be a shiny. I can't even remember your name. Yeah. Yeah, I've 100% of this game. Every single side mission, all 120, and every single main story quest, all 42, we've 100% it. I've also bought every single outfit in this game, and I've bought every single item in this game, and I've reached rank A in the multiplayer mode. So the only thing left for me to do is just a shiny hunt, to be honest. So yeah, I made sure to do everything nice. You failed the shiny. If it makes you feel better, so have I. It was like my 3rd day playing, I think, or something like that, where I heard the shiny notification go off, but I didn't realize that the shiny was a bird Pokemon. It was either Pidgey or Fletchling, and it flew away, and I didn't realize once it flies away, it's just gone. So you have to like restart your game before like it fully disappears, because once it's gone, it's gone. I thought it would just be there if I just come back, because like all the other shinies come back. I didn't know that like fleeable Pokemon, when they run away, they're gone forever. So yep, I learned that the hard way. It is what it is, though. It is what it is, Mama. Yeah, anyways, that was a lot of yippee yappy about working out and dating advice and stuff like that. Good talk. Good talk. We yapped for... Oh my god, I just realized we yapped for like 2 hours now. Alright. What's the next topic? What do you guys want to talk about? Same way you failed your shiny? Yeah, RIP. I'm scared to run into a shiny Gardevoir and just gonna run away as soon as I see it. And I accidentally used my Master Ball on a stupid Snover. I had 2 Master Balls and I used both of them on Snovers by accident. Because I didn't realize I was just spamming the throw button. I'm so sad, man. I would have loved to use that Master Ball on the Gardevoir. Talk about the price of tea in China. Oh, I have no knowledge about that. So that would be more of a conversation you guys would be telling me. All right, let me find a topic we can talk about if no one's got any topics. I wrote some topics down. We can talk. Oh, chat, I had a ghost pepper, I had a ghost pepper cheese. I had a ghost pepper cheese for the first time. I had a ghost pepper cheese. So I was given a block of cheese and it had ghost peppers, like mixed in with it. And I ate, like a sort of, what is it called? Like a cracker, like a tray. What are those called? Charcuterie boards. I had a charcuterie board, and the ghost pepper cheese was on that charcuterie board, and I consumed it, and it was actually very good. It was not spicy whatsoever. I think the cheese was like neutralizing the spice, but the texture, the flavor profile, it was really nice. It was very nice. It was very cold, but then when you take into that bite, it was pretty smooth. It was a bit chunky at parts. And then when you swallowed it, like it started off really cool, and then the kick comes in from the ghost pepper, and then it just kind of like settles down, and then it just becomes like this mellow, really nice taste. I don't know, it was just really yummy. I really enjoyed it. I might be addicted to ghost pepper cheese now. Well, I don't know if I'm addicted, but it's definitely up there in my favorite cheeses now. Milk Combat Spicy? Yeah, I didn't even know that ghost pepper cheese even existed. I was just given a charcuterie board. Just thank you for working 6 days in a row. And working over the weekend. And yeah, they just gave it to me as like, here, thank you so much, and enjoy it. And I was like, thank you. It was very yummy. And for anybody that loves meats, it was salami, ham, and one other meat. I forgot what it was. What was it? Wait, it was salami, ham, and what was it? It was salami, ham, and bologna. Bologna, that's what it was. It was bologna.
A hunk of bologna, yama.
Yeah, very yummy. I actually really enjoyed it. If you could play any game professionally, what would you choose? Honestly, I originally wanted to be an Overwatch pro. As cringy, I got 2 ads that were unskippable. Yeah, YouTube does that every once in a while. YouTube, I'm telling you, chat, a lot of you guys complain that that Twitch sucks, and I do agree, Twitch does suck. But YouTube isn't any better. The only thing YouTube has better, or in my opinion, is better than Twitch, is that the video quality on YouTube, in my opinion, is a little bit better. And also, you can rewind the stream. Because, like, you know how, like, sometimes you get an ad, and, you go back, and you want to, like, check what you missed out on, or whatever? On YouTube, you can just instantly rewind it. On Twitch, you need to be a sub to the channel, and then you can rewind it. If Twitch introduces, like, rewindable streams, it's GG's. Honestly, I think, well, if they introduce rewindable streams and lowers their ad quantity, I think it'll be, like, a decent platform again. But we know that's never gonna happen. You know how Twitch is, so it is what it is. That's why I have no favoritism to any platform. I'll stream on everything, and you guys just pick whatever you want to watch me on. That's about it. I have no preference. Ash. Overwatch, why though? Because Overwatch was the first like actual shooter game that I really played. I played Call of Duty a little bit, but I would only play with friends, and I would never play the game by myself if my friends weren't on. Overwatch was like the first shooter game or shooting game that I played that I was like really hooked onto, and I would actually unironically play by myself, even without my friends on. And I enjoyed that. So probably Overwatch. But if you're saying now, I would probably... Actually, I don't know. What would I play? What's like the most expensive esports game? I would probably play whatever's the most, like, where I get the most amount of money. What is that? League of Legends? I think League is like the most expensive one, right? I don't know. I don't know. I like watching esports. I don't really like playing it as much anymore. I am a full-on casual now. But yeah, I guess, honestly, I'd play League or Valorant, or maybe, is there a Marvel Rivals esports thing? Event? If there's Marvel Rivals, I don't mind playing that, I guess. I'd probably just play whatever's most popular at the moment, to be honest. Because chances are I'll probably like, you know, I'll probably be like one of those streamers where it's like, you know, I play the game that I'm a pro in, and then, you know, the last hour or two of the stream, I would like play variety and try to build an audience that likes me because I'm really good at the esport, and then hopefully try to transition them to being like just fans of me and less about the game, I guess. You'd have to face the GOAT. I'd have to face against Faker. I think me and Faker would be good friends. Unironically, I think Faker and me would be pretty good friends. Because, like, the way their mentality towards things is quite similar to mine when it comes to people. I don't know about the game because I don't play League, but from the small interviews that I have seen and how they respond to questions and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I mean, I was like thinking to myself, like, if I was in their position and I received PR training, honestly, those would probably be my answers too. You know, like recently I saw this, one of my friends, she sent me this interview clip of Faker being like, sharing his thoughts about women entering into esports. You know, a lot of games are now starting to support that and have like an all women's league for esports and stuff like that, or like try to mesh the multiple leagues together into one big super league with everybody, and like they're actually supporting them and like advertising them and stuff like that. And my initial opinion was like, that's really cool. Me personally, I don't think games should be gatekeeping people regardless of their race, skin color, gender pronouns, or how they identify themselves, or location or region. Games should be accessible to anybody and everyone, regardless of who you are or what you are. It should be available to anyone. So if you want to play a game, great, awesome. And that's all that I really care about. And Faker basically said the same thing as well. Obviously, I'm summarizing it, but like they were basically like, yeah, it's great. And I hope that like it continues to get pushed forward as the game get more popular, because games will only get more popular if everybody in the world plays them, not just one half of the world or whatever. So I don't know. I kind of like that. And yeah. Would it be Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty 7? There's Call of Duty 7 now? How many Call of Duties are there? I thought that thing got canceled. Call of Duty still goes on. That's crazy. Wait, Battlefield? I thought Battlefield got canceled as well. I haven't played Battlefield since like Battlefield 3. That's crazy. How are those games? Are they popular or are they just kind of mid? I'll be real with you. The last Call of Duty I played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And the last Battlefield I played was Battlefield 3. And the last Halo I played was Halo Reach. That's in terms of like my console shooter games. I played Destiny 1 and 2, if you count that. But a lot of people don't, because that's kind of more like a raid game or an MMO loot-based shooter game, and not much of a traditional arcade shooter game. So if you don't count that, then yeah, those would be my last games.
Hey there, trash can.
Hey, hello, Finch. There's 23 Call of Duty games in total. You're lying! I need to confirm this. 1 second. Every main title COD game. Is there actually 23? One, two, three, four, five, six. There's 24 mainline series Call of Duty games, with Black Ops 7 being the new release for 2025. There's 24! That means they... Wait, does that mean they've released a new Call of Duty every year? That is crazy. Also, I lied, chat. The last Call of Duty I played was Advanced Warfare. I was getting my dates incorrect. I thought Ghost and Warfare came before Modern Warfare 3, but apparently it came after. Also, Black Ops 2 apparently came after Modern Warfare 3. I don't remember that. Did Black Ops 2 really come after? Dang, I'm old. Wow, that was a long time ago. Yeah, but I lied. Advanced Warfare 2014 was the last time I bought a Call of Duty game. And I kid you not, I only played it for the campaign. I think I might have played like 2 online matches on Advanced Warfare, then called it quits. I know I'm a weirdo, chat. I know.
Ew, he plays the campaign?
Yes, I love stories in video games. I don't care how bad the story is. I just like stories. Battlefield 6 is going really well. Is it now? Why is... I'm actually curious now. Why is Battlefield 6 the first thing on Google so laggy? Why is Battlefield 6 so popular? Let's see why. Let's see what people think about it. Oh wait, you know what? I just realized Steam exists. I can just go on Steam and see people's reviews. Battlefield 6. There it is. It's $70. Oh my gosh. All right, here's a review from somebody with 300 hours. It's okay as Battlefield goes. It's nice. Campaign's a bit boring. It's your traditional 80s action Hollywood movie. Multiplayer, the maps are small. Gameplay is close quarters. However, it's better high quality than most other FPS PvP games on the market. Yeah. It just sounds like a stereotypical FPS game, and people just seem to like it. Fair enough. Call of Duty makes them a lot of money, so yeah, it's not going to add. Really? I thought they were going out of business. I'll be real, because I remember somebody telling me that they're using AI as replacements for voice acting and art in Call of Duty games because it can no longer afford real artists and voice actors. Which Call of Duty 3? Modern Warfare 3. I'm sorry. I kept saying Call of Duty 3. I meant Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3. It's a lot of Call of Duty games. It's quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie, Vicky. I feel like Vicky, you're a COD player. I don't know why. You give me sweaty COD player vibes. Like I can smell your sweaty COD musk just exuberate across everybody in chat. Which Black Ops 2? Pretty sure there's multiple. Okay, that sentence broke my brain. Whatever the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 that I played is. Whatever the Black Ops 2 I played on the 360, that's the one I'm talking about. Hell no, I don't play online shooters? Okay. If you were a Genshin Archon, which one would you be? Oh, 100% Mondstadt. 100% Mondstadt. You think I want responsibilities and all that stuff? No. I would quite literally, Venti is my personality. I don't want to be recognized in public. I would like to go grocery shopping and not have somebody recognize me as Rainiel. And I'd like to be undercover and just do things, just witness things as a bystander. And just, you know, have my snacks and my drinks and just kind of vibe out and chill out. 100% I would be Venti. But honestly, I'm feeling more like Zhongli. Because I'm broke. And all I got is a smart brain. And I'm quite oblivious to a lot of stuff. So I feel like you guys would say I'm like Zhongli. However, I see myself as a Venti, a free spirit. I don't play shooters with friends because they know that I'm blind in shooter games. Fair. I'm not gonna lie, Elephant gives me Modern Warfare, or sorry, Call of Duty World at War vibes. Like you were a sweat in World at War. You just want to exist and that's it? Honestly, yes. As crazy as it sounds, I don't want to be the #1 streamer or content creator. I do want to succeed and be like, you know, make it my career, but I don't want to be #1. The reason being #1 has a lot of stress, and also you're in the limelight, and everybody watches you with a microscope. And it's very mentally taxing knowing that I'm constantly going to be judged for every little word or sentence or the way I phrase things, when I just kind of want to vibe out and just have fun and just do dumb things. So yeah, I don't want to necessarily be too, like, I don't want to be #1. I don't want the entire world, I don't want the entire world's attention on me. Never played a Call of Duty game? Dang it. Tracer, you give me Overwatch 1 vibes. You were a DPS main, and you would grind the game a lot, and you were hard stuck diamond. There's no way I'm like 3 for 3. No. You're either plat or diamond. You were around that rank. Plat or diamond. I'm not 3 for 3, am I? I don't play that. Dang it! Oh, I'm 0 and 3 with my guesses. Dang it. God dang it. What do you think of Mega Chandelier? It's one of my favorite megas. I really like Mega Chandelier. I really like it. Out of all the megas, I think the ones I was very disappointed with, or like not, I didn't enjoy as much. As funny as Mega Starmie is, I had so much more expectations and hope for Mega Starmie to be good, or sorry, much more intricate than this, and it just became Patrick the Sea Star with Mega Greninja Shuriken on his back, which is hilarious. But with how cool regular Starmie is, I was really hoping for something cool. Like, they could have kept this like silhouette, you know, make it look like Patrick the Sea Star, but like, I don't know, you know, put some bling on him, like give him like diamond boots, or like, you know, like, you know what I mean, or like change his color. I don't know, just something. Because like, I mean, just look at Mega Barbarical. Just compare this to this. They're kind of the same character if you think about it. They're star-shaped. But one's got demon god aura, like Ashura god vibes. And then one just looks like Patrick the Sea Star reject. Also, I'm not a fan of Mega Floette. I kind of was hoping Mega Floette would end up looking like Florges, but like different, I guess. I was kind of hoping like its mega form was like a pseudo final evolution, if that makes any sense. I just don't like this. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry for breaking your immersion, chat. This looks like an umbilical cord. This looks like an umbilical cord connected to Floette, and I can't unsee it, and it just makes me feel weird. I don't like it. And I'm sorry I ruined your immersion, but that's all I see. You're a tryhard in every other game, so that part was right. Also, I actually, surprisingly, the Mega Pyroar has grown on me. I disliked it at first, but it's grown on me. It's grown on me. But yeah, I would say Mega Starmie, Floette. Which of the other new ones did I not like as much? I was originally a Mega Dragonite hater until I saw the shiny version of it, and now I like it. I think it's just those two. I'm like looking at all these megas. Yeah, I'll be real with you. I think only Starmie and Floette are my least favorite megas. I do like Meganium. It's simple, but it's nice. Emboar just looks awesome. This is the best out of the three. And for Alligator, I know it looks kind of simple, but it's such a goofy, fun little mechanic, and it does stand out a little bit enough. It's like, look at this. I just love that. It's just a giant Totodile. I don't know. I just kind of love that idea. And there's enough change to it that it doesn't feel like this. So, yeah, I would say these two are probably my least favorite. Everything else I do kind of like. Yeah. Because I do like funny designs for Mega Evolutions, but it needs to be funny with a bit of effort put into it. You know what I mean? Like, it could be derpy looking, but like it needs to just, you know, it needs to look like they put an effort. Honestly, it looks like they just grabbed Starmie and stretched its limbs out. That's all it did. They went on Photoshop and they just like stretched it. That's it. Like, this is goofy, and I know people dislike this Victory Bell's Mega because, I don't know, it just looks ugly to people. I love this. Like, I can still see it being a normal... It's just a regular Victory Bell where they grabbed the stem leaf of it and then just tied it around it, causing its lactic acid to like... Or, sorry, its gastric acid to build up and become like a pouch. That's all it is. But it's so funny. It's so funny. I don't know why. It's just so funny when it's just like this. Like, this is like the subtle amount of, like, this is not a lot of change, but there is change to it. And that's why I love it. This just looks like they just stretched out his limbs, and that's it. That's all they did. Very disappointing. I kind of wish they did a little bit more. And you know for a fact that Mega Starmie is going to be memed on for generations. Our forefathers are going to hear about Mega Starmie. It's going to be written in the Legends of Arceus timeline books. Dude, wait, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I need to turn off the game sound because my brain hurts with the rain. I need to disable rain. There you go. I hate the sound of rain. I wish there was some way to like lower the ambient sound sound effect. Like, I would keep the sounds on. The rain is what I hate, and it rains so much in Lumios, I swear to God. I'd be thinking I'd be living in England with this much rain. I hate the rain in this game. It's so loud. Bum 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 bum. Is this an Ultraman reference? Wait, Starmie's an Ultraman reference? Oh. I've never seen Ultraman. That's a lie. I've seen clips. But it didn't look interesting to me to watch it. I never played Overwatch, COD, Halo. Oh, so you just never straight up played any... So you just never played any popular game other than like Pokemon and like RPG based games like Digimon, Bakugan, etc. Which Ultraman was it? I'll be real with you, I don't know. Whichever one was airing in the early 2000s. Or I guess like the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh, that must be nice. I gave a random Snover that I didn't even want in my Master Ball. Two of them. I have two Snovers and Master Balls. I accidentally threw it. God dang it. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Also, chat. Somebody recommend me a playlist. Or what song genre do you want to listen to? I'll let you guys decide. Well, we were listening to K-pop, but what do you guys want? Quick. The first person to say it, you'll get it. Unless it's like country. Barely play Pokemon, really. Believe it or not, I've spent my life doing stuff like learning and making sure to take care of people. Oh wait, that's actually really sick. I mean, that's way better than just wasting your time playing video games. Hopefully you still make time for yourself. As cool as it is to pop music list. Although it's cool to like, you know, do that, you should still make time for yourself. There is pop music. Vicky, you were like, you missed your chance of recommending Spanish music or something. I literally am trying to think of a Spanish artist and I'm like blanking on names right now. Danza Kuduro. You could have told me to listen to Kuduro. Basically whatever I was gonna be recommended by literally anyone in chat, I would have just listened to it regardless of what it is. I had no intention of like thinking any like whatever. My brain turned off. I need to set up a song request playlist. So like you guys can just queue up music and then just it'll automatically put it into playlist and then we just listen to it. I feel like I should do that. At least for Shiny Hunts. And apologies of course to people on YouTube. The only reason why I don't allow you guys to hear the music that we're listening to is simply because YouTube will copyright my channel if I listen to, you know, copyrighted music. So that's why. So that's actually another one thing that YouTube does prohibit. But hey, at least you guys can watch without having to be bombarded with ads every hour or so. Myself? Oh, please, that's unimportant. That guy's like part of the priority list. Oh, you sound like me. Yeah. It took me a very long time of living to finally understand what it means to take care of yourself and do things you want. It took a very long time, but we got there in the end. That's all that matters. It took a very long time. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna take us 400 resets for us to be able to get a shiny Dratini, chat. I think it's gonna take us 400. That's my guess. We're already at like more than halfway there. Oh, actually, out of curiosity, for anybody that plays Pokemon Legends Zeta A, do you guys know when home support is coming out? Because I know Pokemon games don't typically allow home support immediately when games come out, but like over time they do. Have they given any date as to like when that's gonna happen? Because I'm under the impression it's gonna come out in 6 months. Or I guess 5 months now, because it's already November. Wait, happy 1 month of Legend Zeta A! Oh my gosh! It's been exactly 1 month since Legend Zeta A came out. Dang, a month already. Easy. Wait, so that guy that got a shiny living dex got every single shiny Pokemon in this game in 1 month. That is crazy. It has to be a streamer, right? No way. If that was a regular casual person, respect. Honestly, genuine respect. But it has to be a streamer. It has to be somebody whose job is to play Pokemon. Because like I play a lot, like in between my my breaks and at work. And I don't even think I could even do something like that. And that's me like playing a lot. Oh wait, I forgot. It started raining. All right, let's turn back the sounds. You again. You again. All right, let me Google some topics to talk about. Topics to talk about to keep yourself entertained. Let's see. What if questions? Tell us why you put a phone in your mouth. Okay, so back in the day, a very, very long time, some of you guys may not know this, but smartphones did not exist. Most people had a brick phone. Me personally, I had something like a Nokia phone. Like one of those like, you know, really, really like durable phones that you could probably throw at somebody's head and like knock them out. Or like slam a sledgehammer on and it would not break. It would like barely crack or dent. So one day, while I was just mingling with some friends, the Nokia 1100, yeah. One day while I was mingling with some friends, we were doing a game of truth or dare. As you guys, for some of you guys who may not know what that game is or may not know how it works, basically it's a game you play with friends where you ask each other truth or dare. Typically how a person is decided on whose turn it is you get a bottle. In this case we had a beer bottle and we just spun the bottle and whoever it landed on had to choose truth or dare. One moment, I have a phone call. Alright, chat, I had a phone call. But yes, so basically, truth or dare, basically how it works is you would spin a bottle and then whoever the bottle lands on, they would have to go truth or dare. However, we were playing truth or dare extreme version with my friends. What that basically means is that every single time the bottle landed on somebody, it would already be oh, shiny! Oh my god, wait, shut up, hold up, shut the yapping up, stop yapping right now. There's the shiny. There it is. It's so pink. It's not an alpha, which RIP.
Oh my gosh.
We got the shiny Nyamash. There it is. It's so pink and Nyama. It's so boo boo. Oh, it disappeared. Please don't despawn. Okay, wait, hold up. How do we... Alright, hold up. Need to prep my stuff. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. No, I can't save. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Night is falling over the city. It won't despawn if it goes nighttime, right? Yo, for baby, I'm gonna kill you. It's not gonna despawn, is it? Dude, I hate this. I hate how it switches between night and daytime. It was cool, but now it's annoying. No, it's still there. Okay, whew. All right, go kill him, please. All right, nice. Okay, wait, hold up, come back. Okay, lock in twin. I need that shiny. I want that shiny. Oh, please stay! Yes! Shiny Dratini! Suck it at me! Sorry. For context, they told me I hope I don't get a shiny. And I did! I'm not gonna lie, in the back of my head, I genuinely thought I wouldn't get a shiny today. Because Emmy cursed me. But
Your curse doesn't work. Stinking Nyama.
hope you're having a good day at work. Alright, anyways. As we were saying, what were we talking about? Oh, wait, hold up. Let me save real quick. Oh, wrong button. Display this.
Oh, no, shiny Dratini Nyama. It's shiny Dratini Nyama. Nyama. It's so boo boo.
I'm happy. That's a cool shiny to get too. Ah, dude, I'm so excited. Okay, now the question is, what do I end up shiny hunting next? I don't know what to shiny hunt next for. What do we get next now? I guess we could get a Halucha. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh. Oh, I see. That's gonna be an annoying hunt to do. Alright, so Cafe Gallant? I don't know where Cafe Gallant is. What? Where's Cafe Gallant? Oh, it's near Area 5. Where's Area 5? Oh, here. Oh, it's over here. And Halucha spawns right here. Okay. Alright, 1 second, chat. I need to go get a Halucha model real quick. I don't know what number Halucha is. I ran out of water. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I was not prepared to get shiny this quickly. Especially considering how long it took us to get Fennekin. Let's see. What number is Halucha? I'm trying to... Halucha's Gen 6, right? Right? Am I, like, not remembering this? Halucha's Gen 6. Where is it in the Pokedex? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's after Sylveon. That makes more sense. Okay, and let's go ahead and update the image. We are now shiny hunting this bad boy.
Gosh, very much nice.
Pug. Alright, let's go. Anyways, what was I saying, chat? I was yapping about something. Oh yeah. So yeah, we were playing Truth or Dare. We were playing the extreme version, where basically, that pitch just fly away from me, but I wasn't even near it. It's crazy. Yes. So we were playing Extreme Truth or Dare, and on my turn, the first time I landed on was Truth, and the truth was the question that I got asked that I had to answer was have I ever had sex? And then I gave them the answer, and then, you know, we spun the bottle. And then it landed on me again, and unfortunately, because we're alternating, I had to do a dare this time. So, the dare that I got was, oh my god, that's an Alpha Halucha. I kind of want that. I want that. I don't know how to get up there, though. How do you get up there? I got dun, 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 dun. You see me? Oh, ladder. Oh, that's easy. Yes, the dare was for me to, well, originally the dare was actually this. They wanted me to stick somebody's fist down my throat. I said I legitimately cannot do that. No matter how much you want that to happen, I cannot fit an entire person's fist into my mouth. Because that is just crazy. First of all, pause. First of all, can we talk about that? That is crazy. Second of all, I can't do that. So I was like, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I like physically cannot do that. Can you give me a different dare? And they're like, okay, what's an absurd dare we can make you do? And they all decided on making the dare to be, I would have to see how far I can stick my phone in my mouth. So that's what I did. I just attempted to put a phone down my throat, and I was not able to get that far down my throat, because who in their right mind can fit a phone? Actually, I don't want the answer to that. I can't do that. I'm not built like that. So yeah, but I was able to, that's why I quote unquote ate a phone, because I got dared to put a phone in my mouth and see how far down in my throat it could go. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it dangerous? Also yes. I do not recommend this. Don't be like me, chat. I am not a role model. But yes, that is some of the small various things I've done as a when I was a lot younger, or a much younger adult. Oh my god. So yeah, that is the full context. Basically, I played Truth or Dare, and yeah. So everyone there just wanted to play Spin the Bottle, but was too scared to kiss anyone. No, believe it or not, kissing was actually one of the most common dares. It actually got to the point where like there was too much kissing that it got boring. So we ended up like starting, or like they collectively as a whole started deciding that they would do other things because kissing was too boring and too easy because everybody was just like willing to do it. So yeah. I am a champion. Oh, yeah. Why do I feel like everybody has this mental image of me being as like a sweet little butterfly? I'm just a little baby caterpillar who's done nothing. I haven't experienced the world. And you're not entirely wrong. There is a lot that I don't know and am not aware of. But there is also a lot of things I know and I'm very aware of. Like for example, I did not know who Sabrina Carpenter was. But I know how to do taxes. So I pick and choose my powers. I pick and choose my powers of my knowledge. Sabrina who? So Sabrina Carpenter apparently is like a very up-and-coming popular pop singer and artist. They seem to have made their career, or at least they like got a very big start of their career by being a Disney artist. They're kind of like the modern day version of Miley Cyrus. They were a prominent character in a Disney show, and they just, I guess, were very either popular as a character or the music they made was like really catchy and popular that it ended up skyrocketing her stardom and fame to you know, celebrity status. And now she's like one of the most coveted artists and quite successful and wealthy and rich and whatever. And she's like barely 20. She's like in her mid-20s. Hella young. So, yeah, good on her. Honestly, good on her. Pop, no wonder I don't know them. I don't know if their music is exclusively to pop, but from what I've listened to, I would say yes. But maybe they do other stuff. But I only listened to like her top 20 most popular singles, and all of them were pop. So yes, pop. Pop, 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 pop. The thing is, I've heard her songs before, I just didn't know who she was. I probably know a lot of popular music. I just don't know who makes them, because I don't really care enough to know about the people who make them, and less about, and I care more about like just enjoying the music. Because like, I swear I've heard Espresso many a times before. Either on the radio, or through like, secondhand through somebody else listening to it. I'm quite positive I've heard Espresso many a times before. I just didn't know the person who sung it. She's only 26. I feel old. I mean, 26 is pretty much like, I think, the ripe age that most artists tend to become successful, famous, and popular. Because a lot of artists tend to... I've noticed a lot of artists, with a few exceptions, like Justin Bieber and Billie Eilish being the two off the top of my head right now, that are like... that like blew up in their... before turning 20. But I feel like most artists basically became popular in their 20s. So I would not say you're old. But then again, me saying that is probably not a good sign either. Now that I think about it, I have to remember who I am and how old I am. Maybe me saying that's not a good thing. Can somebody in chat who's like hella young say you're not old? Can someone just say that real quick? Appreciate it.
Did you get your pink noodle? I did get my pink noodles. Yeah.
We caught you in the premiere ball. First try too. Very nice. Now we're going for the Matador. The king of Matador himself. Alucha. And for some reason, he's not spawning here. So I don't know what I did or if I broke the game. You're very old. Thank you. Actually, I appreciate that because I swear to God, people think I'm freaking 19. I got somebody who refused to talk to me on the phone because they thought I was 16. I never felt so insulted in my life. I was like, bro! What? I am not 16. I am much more older than that. I am fully adult and I'm capable of handling this professional conversation like an adult can. Please tell me what my credit card information is. That is why I'm trying to call you. God damn it. They thought I was calling on behalf of my parent. I was just like, my God. That actually annoyed me that particular day. I don't know why. I don't mind being told I sound young, but that particular day, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was stressed. I did not appreciate being called a child that particular day. I woke up choosing violence that particular day.
Oh my gosh.
Hey there, Chris Anthem. Hello. How are you doing? Wait, where's Sector 5 again? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Let's see if the Halucha's spawning now.
I shouldn't lie. Rain, you odge.
Alright, Cringe. I want to hear from you. Cringe. My headcanon for you is that you're a blob of goop. Nope, you were the little alien toys from Toy Story. Wait, chat, did you see that Toy Story 5 got announced? How old are you? Like 30? I wish I was 30. Much older. I wish I was 30. You know what? No, I'm forever 20. If anybody asks how old I am, chat, just say he's forever 20. Just say they're forever 20. We'll just gatekeep everybody. We'll gaslight everybody to think I'm 20. At some point, everybody will believe that I'm 20. Including you guys. Because you'll be saying it a lot. Well, one time somebody asked me if I was 18 to be able to receive a package. Take that as a compliment. When you're physically told that you look young, that's a compliment. When you get told over the phone, that's a different story. Wait, is that a Halucha over there? Oh, that's a Pidgey. Pushing 70. There's nothing wrong with pushing 70, first of all. Second of all, let's move on. I hate college. I miss college. You will hate college now, but trust me, 10 years later after college, you will miss college. You will miss school. Trust. You will miss school. Is Mucho old? He's an old man. Hey there, Ali, the angel of darkness. You know what? No, just because of that name, I want to listen to the song. 1 second, chat. There it is. For the one time. No, forever 20, you are old man. No, I'm forever 20. If anybody asks, I'm 20 years old. Or no, because I drink. I'm 21. God, that is a lie. I can't even say that convincingly. I'm 21. I'm 21. Everyone in my job thinks I'm in my early 20s and I love it. Honestly, take it as a compliment. Just roll with it. You got the good genetics. You're not denying it? What do you mean? I'm 21. I'm 21. Thank you for the follow, Angel of Darkness. I'm Forever 21. I don't know what you guys are what you're talking about. You guys are the crazy ones. I hope it's gonna be easily noticeable that the Halucha is shiny. We'll see. Yeah, and you're playing the right version. Unironically, I don't think I've ever listened to the non-Nightcore version. I would actually have to... You know what, chat? Because we're kind of experimenting with music today, let's actually give the OG Angel with the Shotgun song a listen to. I'm actually so curious how different it will sound from the Nightcore version. Because I genuinely, believe it or not, I know back in the 2008... Wait, when did this song come out? The song came out 13 years ago. Damn. Damn. That was before Pokemon Go, too. Damn. Regardless, this song came out in 2012. Believe it or not, I actually thought this was the original version. I didn't realize that this was like a sped up version of the original song. And to this day, I still haven't listened to the original song. Let's change that. You shop at Forever 21? Unironically, I have many a times, actually. I got to the point where, like, I remember there was this one sales associate that would recognize me. Wait, I have to give context because that kind of sounds weird. Okay, wait, hold up, pause. Okay, let me provide context. So, before, when I was a lot younger, I was in a relationship with a partner, and she really liked clothing from Forever 21. However, she had crippling anxiety when it comes to going shopping, so she would always take me, and by extension, drag me with her, and I would be the one talking to the sales associates. I'd be like, hello, I'm here shopping with my partner. She is a, I don't know, a 34B, and could we get a t-shirt size of so-and-so, whatever, and if you guys have any deals or coupons and stuff, she's actually interested in trying to get more bang for your buck. Would you please assist us? And they'll be like, oh yeah, of course, and it's so cute that you're blah 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 whatever, and I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah. So nice. Alright, let's listen to the OG original, or I guess the originator of Angel with the Shotgun, see what that sounds like. Forever 21 is a store, I'm aware. I know I'm dense, but I'm not that dense. You're a clothing store? Okay. Appreciate the lyric anthem. Thanks so much. Have fun. That doesn't sound weird to me. I have to be very careful with my phrasing because my chat likes to pick apart everything I say and then spun a story to it. For example, deodorant. Wait, is that shiny Bellsprout? Wait, hold up. Is that shiny Bellsprout? That kind of looks like a shiny Bellsprout. Or my eyes just playing tricks on me. Oh, it is! Oh, I turned around right as I was about to catch it. Oh, let's go! Accidental shiny! Wow! First shiny Bellsprout. Not bad. It's like, oh. Are you okay? Do you need a cough drop? What was that sound? Okay, bye. Have a good day. What was that? Why did that Bellsprout sound like it was like an addicted smoker, and their voice is like completely shot. Hey there, Neon. Stinky. Shut up, Rainy. Deodorant eater. Mods, can I have you guys please make a command so we can give context to people? Because I'm so scared that we're gonna get new viewers that are gonna assume that I eat deodorant, which is not true. It's a lie that you guys made up. And I would like a command so we have context. So people don't actually think I'm crazy and that I eat deodorant. Which I don't. I've never put a deodorant in my mouth. your dinner. Angel with a Shotgun and Pretty Little Psycho Nightcore was so hard 10 years ago. 12 years ago. Well, honestly, this song is actually not that bad too. The non-Nightcore version. But I can see why the Nightcore version is more popular. This song would benefit by being a little bit faster. Slightly, like half a tempo faster. And that is what the Nightcore version does and more. Good song though. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure whoever the artist is, they're probably only going to be compared to the Nightcore version. So RIP to them.
Oh, you're telling you to shut up. Shut up, Nyama.
I mean, you do though. I have not consumed a deodorant. Officer, they are lying to you. The context that you say flavors for deodorant instead of scents. Thank you. I will go ahead and copy and paste that message. I can't copy that message. Why can I not? All right, I'm gonna make a command right now, chat, because I really don't want people to think I actually eat deodorant. You should not eat deodorant, chat. It is quite literally very dangerous. You should not do that. Exclamation deodorant. How do you spell deodorant? Deodorant. Oh, you misspelled flavors. You put a U in it. This ain't no England. It's not English American or English. This is American English. All right. Context is that you say flavors for deodorants instead of scents. Context is Rainiel says calls deodorant flavors instead of scents. That grammatically makes more sense. Calls deodorant, or no, refers to deodorants as flavors instead of scents. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna make this into a command. Exclamation deodorant. I really hope I might have to put that in the title because I hate this, man. Why am I being known for this? Deodorant Stacy, All Saint kills. Welcome, but please. Really? That's how you want to introduce yourself? Oh man, don't join the half a brain cell chat. They don't even have a singular brain cell. They have half a brain cell and they share it amongst each other. Oh my gosh. You don't put it in your mouth because you lick it. No, that's you. No, that's. Do you understand the sentence you just said? You still would put a deodorant in your mouth if you're licking it, because you're putting it near your mouth and your tongue, which is within your mouth, is coming out to interact with the deodorant. Ah, I'm gonna get brain damage. All I knew was someone in school that used to eat chapstick. That is crazy. What did it taste like? But first, second of all, that's crazy, isn't it? Well, actually, chapstick might actually be safe for consumption because you do apply it onto your lips, and I would assume that it is made with something that is safe for consumption if it's accidentally consumed, kind of like toothpaste. But yeah, you don't eat it, you lick it. I don't do either. I'm sorry for English not being my first language. Don't worry, English is my first language. I got yummy deodorant. I hate it here. Yeah, you guys are the reason I go to therapy now. As a joke, that is a joke. That is a joke. It tastes like lax. What do you expect? I don't know. Something else? Play-Doh? I don't know. I've never eaten Play-Doh either before anyone asks. Why are we feeding each other poison and toxic materials? I don't know. Ask the chat. It seems to be their favorite pastime as of recent times. I'm in my denial phase. The only Nile I know is the river. And you admitting that you only have half a brain cell. Right, eats everything. I do eat a lot of things. Not everything, though. There are quite many things that I do not, that I refuse to eat. Avocados and coffee being two of them. Raise a Kirby. I wish I was a Kirby. I love Kirby, man. Chat, I need to play that new Kirby game. Not Air Riders. What is it called? In the Forgotten Land. I have never played this game. And I've had it for a long time. I need to find time to play it. I need to play that one day. I haven't played a Kirby game since the N64 era. Kirby and Kirby 64 Dream Shard Land or Dreamland? Something like that. Or Crystal Shard Land? Something like that. Return to Dreamland. That's the one. Thank you. That was close. That's the one that refers to deodorants as flavors. Okay, have you guys heard of hyperboles? You know how like somebody says, oh, I wonder which clothes is going to be the flavor of the month. Or what kind of outfit is going to be the flavor of the month. People have referred to inedible objects as flavors. It's a connotation. It's not a connotation. It's an exaggerated adjective. It's a way to refer to something in a more colorful way. I used to eat Silly Putty. Oh my god, I remember Silly Putty. Also, why? Why are you putting avocados in your coffee? Have you not played Digimon Time Stranger? I put mayo. It had like a chew like gum. Yeah. Because it quite was gummy of texture. Why are we having this conversation? It's on sale for $30. What is Kirby? I already have the game. We're dead serious. That's the difference.
What?
Not just you.
What?
That's not what you meant, Rainy, and you know it? That is what I meant! That is what I meant! I refer to things as flavors because I just like that colorful profile vocabulary word than just saying, oh, this scent smells like this, or this is this. No, flavors, I don't know, it makes me sound smart. And I like that. I want to sound smart. Because I'm smart. It tastes like purple. Is that a SpongeBob quote? I like being purple! Everything's edible if you try hard enough. No, let's not influence the youth any more than we have already. Let's not encourage people to consume inedible and unrecommended objects. I used to eat paper though before. I also used to eat quarters. That is a sentence that I've read. And honestly, that is the first time I've probably heard that sentence ever said in my life. Do you need help? Are you okay? That's a sentence. That's the sentence. Oh my. Well, that woke me up. Everything is edible at least once? No. No. Coping is a scary drug? I thought copium was a made-up word. I thought it was a play on words to opium, which is not the same thing. How's the copium, Rainy? I don't know. I don't have copium. Any Call of Duty players in chat? The new COD might be the worst one ever. You just missed that conversation. We were just talking about Call of Duty and how I thought it got canceled a long time ago, but apparently they still make games. Wait, literally, we were having this conversation earlier. Basically, TLDR, I was like, oh, I'm surprised they're still making Call of Duty. The last one I played was Advanced Warfare. And I'm surprised they're not going out of business considering they're using AI for voice acting and art, supposedly. So, yeah. I don't know, I think Tastes Like Purple is something from a meme song my brother made me listen to. Are you sure? I feel like Tastes Like Purple... I don't know, my brain is telling me it's a SpongeBob quote, but I could honestly be combining it with many other things that I have in my brain. You loved eating shiny stuff? It's a good thing you don't live in the Pokemon universe. There's shiny stuff everywhere. Like, literally everywhere you go, there's just shiny stuff on the ground that you just pick up. You would be a menace. Call of Duty was the best one? I would disagree. I would say Black Ops 2 was the best one. It had everything. It had a good multiplayer. Sniping in the game was the best. It felt the best. What else? It had zombies. Yeah. Oh, it had sliding as a mechanic. Yeah, I would say Black Ops 2 was peak Call of Duty era. And then everything ever after is just downhill.
Hey there, Icy Hot Firefox.
Been a hot minute since I've been able to watch the stream. Oh, welcome. You were tuning in right as we were talking about supposedly there's a new Call of Duty game coming out, and also you're in the middle of a war as I'm trying to tell my chat to F off politely because they fully believe that I eat and consume deodorant, which I don't. You've only played COD 3 Modern Warfare 1? Modern Warfare 1. Oh, you know what? Modern Warfare 1 was actually my first Call of Duty game I've ever played. That was my introduction. One of my cousins had it, and every time we would go visit them, that would be the only game they would want to play. It was either that or GTA 3. So those were the only two games that we would play, and I just was like, oh, you know what? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 is not that bad, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1 was not that bad. And then I ended up finding out a lot of my friends actually played that game a lot as well. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me go get an Xbox. Let me go get the game. And let me see what this hubbub is about. And I'll be real, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm not a COD player. Black Ops 2 or maybe Ghost were probably the ones I played the most. Actually, no. Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2. What am I saying? I'm lying to you. I'm just lying straight in front of your face. Modern Warfare 2 was the one I played the most. By far. Every single dispute, every single argument, every single thing needed to be settled in the Rust lobbies. Everything. I remember I had to be a wingman and witness and spectate a dispute between one of my friends and their girlfriend. And they had to fight each other in Call of Duty Rust. Because for the full context, for interested in the conversation of how this happened, basically, my friend did not want to go to the movies because they didn't want to watch a quote-unquote boring kids movie. Instead, they wanted to go take their partner out to go play what was it? Golf. They wanted to play golf. And I'll be real with you, I was with her. I was like, golf is so boring, dude. Why do you want to play golf? Like, out of all the sports, why golf? But regardless, she didn't want to play golf. She's like, no, I don't want to play golf. It's you know, it's too hot. It's a boring sport. It's dumb. It's stupid, etc. Whatever. I was on her side. I agreed. However, I had to be the neutral party, so I had to bear witness and spectate the legendary one-on-one Rust battle. And believe it or not, it was a landslide. She destroyed him. I think it was like, we did a best 2 out of 3, and it was just 2-0, straight 2-0. First we did Rust, and then the second 1v1 was on the airplane map. The one with the airport. I forgot the name of it. Terminal. That's the one. I have a phone call. 1 second. Sorry, chat. I just got a phone call. Let me just send something over to my boss. Where's his email? Yep, that's okay, perfect. And forwarded. Okay. Sorry. Just text this over to my lead. Or my supervisor, and then boom. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Alright. What were we talking about, chat? I forgot what I was yapping about. What the Vicky said? Whatever. What did Vicky say? GTA 3 memories. I got the game from Blockbuster. Oh my god. Blockbuster and Hollywood Video were my two favorite game stores to go to. During the early 2000s. They had everything. Chat, my first ever Pokemon deck like TCG deck was from Blockbuster. I bought the Pokemon Fire Red EX and Leaf Green EX starter decks, and then I started going to events back then. Like I started driving out to events and going to events back then because I was like, oh, they have a Charmeleon Fire Red EX starter deck. That's pretty cool. Let me get one. And then I was like, you know what? I'll get one for my younger sibling as well. I got the Leaf Green one. And then we ended up playing the card game, and then we started going to events and stuff like that. They ended up losing interest in it because they liked other card games. But I just continued playing the card game, Pokemon card game, until like 2010 or whenever Black and White came out. And then I stopped playing it, and then I picked it up again recently. What in the world are you doing? We're shiny hunting Halucha. We are currently at 34 resets. You found the Taste Purple song? Oh, Lord. Yeah, golf is lame. Maybe it's fun if you play it, but I don't see the appeal in golf. Golf is boring to watch. I don't understand it. I know it's very intricate of a sport. But I'll be real, chat. I'm a basic person. I love me basketball. I love basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. My second favorite sport would either be tennis or soccer. I would say tennis more so because it's easier to actually get to play the game when you're playing tennis because it's just a one-on-one or a two-on-two. Soccer, the few times I played soccer, it's fun, but I swear to God, you may touch the ball like maybe 5 times or maybe like 7 times. You barely touch the ball. You may get like at most 2 minutes worth of action in a 90-minute game, unless it's on like an 11v11. Like 11v11, you barely get any action. Well, I mean, to be fair, I guess my experience is a little bit different because I was a center midfield, so I technically touched the ball a bit more than, say, my other teammates. But when I played left back or striker, it was not fun. It was only fun if we scored a goal, or when I was playing defense, it was fun to body people or slide tackle. Everything else was so boring because, like, dude, I would just spend most of the time just watching and, like, lurking and like not actually doing anything, and I don't know, I just didn't enjoy that. I loved playing center mid or cam, so center attacking mid, because like you're in the center, you have full control, and a lot of plays build up on you for the most part. When I played those positions, I had the most fun, but I only got to play those positions for 2 years because then I got moved to striker because I was quote-unquote good at striker and blah blah blah, and I was good at scoring goals, but it wasn't fun, man. I wanted fun. I wanted to play, I wanted to win and have fun. I didn't just want to win. Ah, dang it. And I pleaded so much. I would always be like, please, team, don't put me striker. I really don't want to. And they're like, but you're like the only good goal scorer, and blah, blah. And I'm like, but you can put me in midfield. I can score from long range. But no, they didn't. Dude, I hate Americas. I hate America. Dude, I swear to God, if I was in another country, if I was reincarnated into England or somewhere else, I guarantee you I would be allowed to be playing center mid. But in freaking America, they just care too much about strikers and stuff like that. Anyways, how much do you like eating deodorant? 0 out of 1 Google. GTA 4 still the best? I disagree. Vice City or San Andreas? Wrong button. Vice City or San Andreas? That one's probably my best one. Actually, Vice City might be my favorite. Is that the one with the pink UI? Whichever one was the pink UI. That one's my favorite. Well, honestly, GTA 5 is pretty sick. It's just, I don't have friends to play with. I feel like if I had friends to play with, I would enjoy GTA 5 way more. Because I've seen, like, people do, like, online GTA. And that looks fun. But because I'm friendsless, yeah, we can't do that. Mini putt-putt is fun. Oh, you know, mini golf is so fun. I'm saying like real golf, like a 9-course golf, like Green Hill. You gotta rent a, not a doom buggy. What are they called? Like a golf cart. You gotta rent a golf cart and like move from point A to point B. Real golf is not fun. Mini golf is. Real golf, not so much. Ow, that hurt. I love soccer. I used to love soccer too until I got put into the striker position. I just prefer midfield more. However, I enjoy indoor soccer slash street ball more. like street soccer or street basketball. I enjoy that more than like organized recreational soccer. Because I don't know, man. It's just there's something more fun about just I don't know. There's something just more fun when it's all disorganized and it's a mess. I used to play tennis as a kid. Oh my god. I've never played tennis and I would love... Nope, that's a lie. I tried out for my tennis team in high school and I didn't make it because I was bad. Because I've never played tennis before, but I really wanted to learn. But unfortunately, apparently you have to be on the team in order to learn. And the year that I like tried out was like the year that like... Apparently it was our God squad. Like apparently every single player on the team was like really good. They all went to like state champs or whatever. So I had no choice that year, or no chance that year. I would love to learn how to play tennis. I would just need somebody to play tennis and then find a tennis court, which is like impossible. Which gacha your model was inspired from? Nope. I was not inspired from any gacha game or whatever. This is just how I look in real life. Just with green eyes. Quite literally. Like my hair was even peekaboo green for like 2 years. This is just what I just sent a picture of what I look like to an artist and I was like, can you animeify me? Here's some outfits that I wear. Can you make them? And then here I am. Hello. Hi. Jabba jabba. I never played any sports except the times I was forced to in gym class. What? That's crazy to me. You should play sports. Sports is so fun. Especially if you find one you like. What do you like? Do you like running? If you like running-based sports, then there's a lot of running-based sports. If you like standing around and like sort of like engaging with your upper body, basketball might be fun. Ping pong or table tennis would be fun. What else? Baseball. I could see baseball or softball being fun as well. Dodgeball. Ooh, I love me some dodgeball. There's a lot of sports you can do. Yeah, Vice City was my fave. I have too many memories of Vice City. I had an actual trainer. It was a lot of work. That must be nice. I really wish I had stuff like that. I know, it's, like, you may, like, think it was a lot of work, but, chat, when I say I love sports, I love sports. Unironically, if I'm not playing Pokemon, or playing the card game, or editing, or eating, or social life, chances are I'm probably playing a sport. Because, like, I usually have weekly pickup basketball games with my friends, and we at least try to play at least once a week. And, dude, I really wish I had more free time. I'd love to play some more. Or I wish me and everyone else had more free time, because I'd love to play some more. But being an adult is hard. You ain't got no free time. JRTC. I remember JRTC. I've never done it. They wanted me to cut my hair. They told me to buzz my hair. And I had a ponytail back then. I mean, I have a ponytail now, but I had a ponytail back then. And I really did not want to cut that. I was like, is there any way that I can get enlisted without cutting my hair? And they were like, no, all men must shave their head. And I'm like, but the girls don't gotta shave their head. They can just tie it up into a ponytail. But that's because you're not a girl. And I was like, bro. And mind you, this was like a long time ago, before the internet even existed. So back then, people were more harsh on people who like may identify themselves as like gender neutral, or in my case, androgynous. Yeah, that was not gonna slide. Whatever you say, they would just say, I don't know what that word means, or that doesn't exist. There's only 2 genders. And then they would just tell you to shut up and you need therapy or help. And then you would just cry and then move on. So, yeah, different time period. I'm curious what you look like. Your voice is awesome. Oh, thank you. You're an epic nerd. I'll take that as a compliment. Super disappointed you're my age? No. Well, if you're about to die, then yeah, probably. If you're near retirement, then yeah. What I look like? I'll be real with you. My model is quite very close to what I look like. As scary as that sounds, it quite is. I'm a little bit more muscular, And if I don't shave, I'll have like a little bit of a stubble. But that, honestly, pretty well. I guess this is what I used to look like 2 years ago. My hair is a lot longer now. My hair reaches past my my boobies. They're past my nipples. That's how long my hair is. So I have quite long hair now. It's like below my chest. It's like below my sternum. And I plan to grow out my hair a little bit longer because at some point I will cut it short, but I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. Are you Asian? I am. Are you muscular? Depends. I am quite muscular, but I'm not like a Dragon Ball Z character. I'm not a bodybuilder, but you can tell I work out. But I'm not a bodybuilder. I wish I was. I wish I had that like really big, huge body. But I think genuinely for my genetics, I just physically can't have a body like that. Because I've been working out since I was 17. That was for many, many years, chat. I've been going to the gym since I was 17. It's been many, 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 many years. And unfortunately, this is probably as big as I'm gonna get, which I am very happy with. I really am. But I wish I was a little bit bigger, I won't lie. But to be fair, every single person in my family is very short and very small and very thin. Like every single person. I am the tallest person in my entire generation in like the past 4 generations, I think. Past 4 or 5 generations, I am the tallest person. And I'm like 5'9", 5'10". I'm not even 6 foot. So my family's short. Or a bunch of shorties. Well, they're a bunch of shorties. I'm not. You were in it for 3 years? Oh damn, you put up with it for a while. Did you at least have a good time at JRTC? I know a lot of people who tell me their stories in JRTC. A lot of them just regret being in JRTC, which is a little sad. I kind of was hoping that everybody would have a good time. You played field hockey? Honestly, I see it, Vicky. You do give me that energy. I also feel like you spit on people's faces. I hate knowing you have nipples. Everyone has nipples. What the heck? That is a crazy sentence. What? You're muscular, but you have a lot of fat? No, that's fine. I mean, to be fair, you don't have to tone your... Dude, like, there's no reason to tone yourself unless you're specifically trying to, like, lose a certain amount of weight or have a certain look for, like, something. Like, maybe it's summer vacation and you're going to a beach and you wouldn't look good. Hey, I got a little pudge, especially right now. I've been eating. I got a little chummy. I mean, it's probably going to go away by, like, next year because my metabolism is too crazy. But I got a little pudge and I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care. If people really, like, if... I'm too old to get judged for this, but if for some reason like a 16-year-old is like, "Oh, you're so fat, you're not muscular," I'll just flex it real quick. I'll be like, "Boink," just flex it, and then that'll probably shut them up. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna eat. It is Thanksgiving month and also Christmas next month. I'm eating. Rainiel in February can deal with all that extra calories and extra fat that I built up. The Rainiel today is gonna enjoy my cranberry sauce, my pigs in blankets, my turkey, my chicken. I'm gonna enjoy my food. You're 4'2"? Shut up. You guys are like 1 inch tall. Oh, I'm sorry you went through that, Saints. Hopefully you were able to report them. I have inverted nipples. What does that even mean? Lizards and birds don't have nipples? Do you think I'm a lizard or a bird? Answer that question first. Do you think I'm a lizard or a bird? Let's start with there first. I'm gonna pretend you have no nipples. Why does... Well, you know what? Whatever helps you sleep tonight. Whatever helps you sleep tonight. I mean, you are a lizard person. You're a bird. Okay. All right. You know, sometimes I wish I wish I was creative enough as a person to make myself actually like, I don't know. You know how like some VTubers, like they design themselves after an animal, or they have like a motif or design. Sometimes you guys make me wish I did that. I shouldn't have been generic and basic and just, you know, take an image of myself and then VTuberify it. I should have done a bit more. I should have done a bit more. Now I kind of wish I was like a raccoon or a skunk or something. Actually, no, because you would call me Stinky all the time, unironically. I don't know, a gerbil, a hamster, I don't know, something like that. I kind of wish I did that now, because, yeah, I'm being targeted just for being myself. Dang it. Oh, sure. I should have been a dolphin. Your nipples go inwards instead of sticking out. You guys have very interesting knowledge, I'm not gonna lie. You guys know way too much about stuff I feel like you shouldn't know. There's actually a surgery you can to get your nipples removed. Once again, you guys have too much knowledge about things I feel like most people shouldn't know. I forgot I had a level 100 alpha shiny chandelier. Oh, that's sick. But thank you for the offer, but no thank you. I'm gonna try and get all my shiny Pokemon myself, because I want the original OT tag to say Rainiel. So as you can see, all of them say Rainiel. I want all of them to say Rainiel for two reasons. One, because it'll be a great YouTube video, and two, to flex on people. Did you forget we chose violence today? I swear to God, I will also choose violence in a minute. What the fuck did I come back to? Apparently people think I don't have nipples. Sorry, I have to get that off my chest. Not literally. Dolphins would have been a crazy concept. Why? What's wrong with dolphins? I don't know. I just think they're adorable. That's it. That's as far as my brain goes. Fair enough. Fair. Back to RTC. I didn't need to report anyone. The dude dropped out. Ah. That's good. At least they're gone from your life and they're no longer going to negatively impact your mental state and mental health. Good riddance, if I say. We never said you didn't. Sailor did! You have nipples. Every human is born with nipples. I think. Actually, I'm going to assume. Everybody is born with nipples. Or a nipple. I think every person is born with nipples. I should quit the class myself. Ah. That's good. I'm glad you were able to quit it. I didn't know until my senior year that you could just quit classes. I thought you were just stuck to classes if they're assigned to you. Turns out no, you could just quit. High school me was definitely not smart. I was academically smart, not book smart. Are you human is the question. Yes! Quite literally, yes! There is no lore behind me. Every time I get asked if there's lore for me, I have to like make something up because I genuinely, I kid you not, chat. This was my thought process when I made my model back in 2020. Or sorry, 2022. Hey, I want to make YouTube videos and stream, but I don't want to show my face. What can I do? Oh yeah, I can be a VTuber. I know what VTubers are. I've been watching VTubers since 2018. I've been watching Suicide since 2018. So, let me go do that. Fast forward, me spending time learning how to do that. Awesome. Now I need to find an artist. Okay, let's go find artists. Wait a minute. I don't have a concept of what my model's gonna look like. Oh, you know what? Would be pretty cool. Let's just take a picture of myself, give it to an artist, have them draw it, design it, and then they'll make it into real life. Easy. Takes picture of myself, sends it over. They make me anime form. I'm like, actually, can you change my eye color? And they're like, sure. And then bingo, bango, boongo. Model was made 2022. I get scared to debut in 2022, so I delay it for 2 years, and then I debuted it 2 years later. So 2024. And then here we are. That's as far as my thought process went when it came to coming to creating my lore. If I was forced to stay in AP Physics, I would just die. Yeah, I switched out of AP Physics as well in high school. Literally the first day. But my teacher was like, okay, class, I hope you all did your summer homework because that summer AP packet that was assigned to all of you. If you didn't receive it, you have to contact your parents because they should have received it in the mail. You all have to make sure it's due, and it's due by the end of the week. I dropped out immediately. I told her, excuse me, can I go to the bathroom? And she's like, yeah, sure. Take the, go to the bathroom. I went straight to my counselor. Was like, please drop me out of AP Physics. I will not leave this room until you drop me out. She tried so hard to convince me otherwise. But regardless, I got dropped and I was so happy. And no worries, Emmy. Yeah. See, that is why I hate having any form of leadership or leadership roles. And if I do happen to end up in the leader status, I just make other people do the work.
Thanks so much, Tama and Vicky. Thanks for doing all the work for me.
It's educational for us. Okay. I'll quit picking on you now. It took 2 weeks before I actually got switched. Oh, I got switched immediately. I refused to leave that office until I got swapped. I was like, you're gonna do it right here. I am not sticking with AP Physics. I would rather eat brick. I would consume a whole brick before I did AP Physics. YouTube Emmy. Stinky work Emmy. More like. Why was that delayed? I go get some Korean fried chicken then?
Korean fried chicken.
Chat, Cringe just said they're bringing Korean fried chicken for all of us. Everybody, ping them and bother them and tell them what flavor of Korean fried chicken you want. Me personally, if you could bring me a lemon pepper or like a hot rub, or if they have like a mango habanero style flavoring, I'd like one of those three, please, or all three if they have all three. Please and thanks. Chat, Cringe is paying.
Look at me, I'm still putting.
Thank you for the follow, All Saint Kills. I appreciate that. Welcome. I was a little scared to nag the administration about it, but now I don't care. I'm coming to them all the time. 100% you should. I mean, think about it this way. Either you nag at them or you waste 1 year of your life studying something you don't want to, or a semester if you're in college. Take your poison. Waste your life or actually make a difference. Sounds like a no-brainer. And you want to bully me?
Actually, I don't know.
Eating bricks now? Jeez, it's not good for your teeth. I'm actually very happy with my teeth. I used to be very self-conscious about my teeth. But as I got older, my teeth just ended up like correcting itself and fixing itself. And now I get complimented on my teeth a lot. And honestly, it is so nice to get compliments. I rarely get compliments, so every time I do, I can't help but just smile, which ends up getting me another compliment. Ah, I love it, man. I love it. It's so nice. Dude, I kid you not. Like, I was in a meeting for work on Saturday, so yesterday. And during the meeting, during my presentation, when I went back to sit down, the person sitting next to me was like, hey, psst, psst. And I was like, what's up? And they were like, you know, I'll be real with you. I wasn't really paying attention to what you said. Can you forward over to me the your slideshow, or sorry, the presentation slides? Because I was too busy staring at your teeth. And I was like, oh, was there something in my teeth? And they're like, no. It's like, I don't know. It's just your teeth look really nice. And I was like, oh, thank you. And they're like, yeah, how'd you get them like look like that? I was like, oh, I just honestly, I just been brushing 3 times a day, and I've been flossing twice a day. And they just naturally just like started like just looking nice. My gums just naturally started looking nice, which I think my gums is what's like bringing out the kind of color out of my teeth to make it look nice. They're like, oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna start doing that. And I was like, you don't floss your teeth? And they're like, no. Who flosses their teeth? And I'm like, hopefully a lot of people, because it is actually recommended to floss your teeth. That's weird that you don't. And I was like, so because you don't floss your teeth, be careful when you do start flossing your teeth. You're gonna bleed a lot. Don't be scared of that. It's just because your gums are very soft. Once you continue, if you continue to push through with it and just floss regularly every day, you'll naturally get stronger gums because that's just what happens when you floss your teeth. You're gonna bring Chicky for everyone except Rain. And you want me to starve to death. That's what you're telling me. You just told me to go starve. Alright, I see how it is, cringe. I'm gonna reveal your birthday art before it's finished. Okay, well, that's just mean. That's just mean, Yama. You were not staying in physics? I don't blame you, man. Physics sucked. I genuinely did not enjoy physics whatsoever. Physics and biology were my 2 least favorite subjects. I enjoyed chemistry, but I swear to God, my teacher made me dislike chemistry. She really did not want to give me an A. She did everything in her power to not give me an A. She like flat out told me to my face, I really don't want to give you an A, Rainiel. And I was like, why? And she was like, you're so annoying. Like, you do the bare minimum in class. You never participate. You never raise your hand. You're always sleeping in class. And you're blah, 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 blah. And, like, it's annoying because you still get good grades on quizzes and tests. And I'm like, yeah, because your quizzes and tests are easy. I just don't want to stay awake because your lectures are boring. And I already know all this information. I just want to get an A and get out of here. And she was like, yeah, but I only want students that are enthusiastic about learning and actually want to appreciate being here and, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, lady, this is a core class. I am required to take this class. I have no choice to take this class. If I could opt out, I would. Trust. But yeah, she did not like my guts. I remember like reporting her to like the administrator or my dean, and they had to talk with her, and basically she ended up getting in trouble because you know, because another student overheard her saying that to me. Then gossip started happening. And yeah, thankfully she was not nice to me, but she kind of just left me alone for the rest of the year, and I was able to pass with an A. So, yay. But F her, man. And I think by extension, everything I think of chemistry, I think of her. And I can't help it. You hate when we compliment you? I don't do well with compliments. It really depends on the day and my mentality and my mood. And most of the time I don't want to receive a compliment because I don't know how to, I don't do well with compliments, but occasionally I will receive a compliment. I'll be like, oh, thank you. But most of the time I don't know how to, I'm bad with compliments. I don't know how to respond to compliments or receiving gifts or anything. As you can clearly tell, I'm a very awkward person. My coworker is telling me that my titties are very nice and fair. You know, the crazy part is I've overheard conversations like that all the time. Because most of my employees or most of my coworkers are female. We have a more heavily diverse department, and it's predominantly female. So I overhear like conversations like this in other people's cubicles. Because for those who don't know, I oversee a team for my position. So and I always remind them this every week. I say, hey guys, just know anything you say in the office is being recorded for, you know, quality assurance and also for everybody's safety. So please don't reveal private information, and please don't gossip about your bosses and stuff, because quite literally we are being watched on by camera. So please don't do this. And I remind them every week because I swear to God, I feel like they forget. And I kid you not, I remember overhearing, not by choice, accidentally, just like two coworkers just very loudly saying like, oh my God, what kind of bra are you wearing? That it's pushing up your boobs, and it looks like it looks very perky and nice. And she's like, yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I went shopping and I found a discount deal. You won't believe how much I paid for it. And this is how much I paid for it. And yeah, yes, I thought they were perfect. They only had one left, and it was just in my size. It was a match made in heaven. And I'm like, girls, please, can we please be professional? I'm glad you feel very comfortable in my department to, like, you know, have these type of conversations. You don't feel awkward, you don't feel uncomfortable, or you don't feel like you're being judged for it. But please, I don't know. I just don't want to hear about it. If I accidentally walk into it, I'll pretend I didn't hear it. But they're just saying this, they're having this conversation right in front of me. right in front of me when I'm trying to, like, you know, finish up a task that needs to be due that day, or like I'm like in the conversation with like one of our CEOs or whatever, or our president, and I can't focus, man. I can't focus. Lately, I've been going to a different room. We have like a study hall room, and I honestly, nobody uses it because everybody just prefers being in my department. So I've been using that as like my second office now at this point, and thankfully nobody goes there. So it's been really nice and quiet, and I appreciate that. But my God, I was just like, I feel very proud and happy that they feel comfortable. But at the same time, a little bit of professionalism would be nice. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not asking for much. I don't think I'm asking for much, because like I wouldn't have those conversations. Like I don't go around telling other guys, hey, my boxers feel really nice today, and my balls feel very cupped, and I don't feel like I have a swampy butt. No, I'm not. If I did feel that, I wouldn't verbally say that. I would just keep it to myself. And if I really had to communicate that to someone, I would text them. I don't just walk up to, hey, Billy Bob Jones, you want to talk about my swampy butt? We need to turn on the AC. Oh my God. Use water picks? Ah, yeah, my mom started using those as well. She says it's a lot easier and it doesn't like cause her finger to get scarred, because she like really tightens the floss on her fingers. And it's been nice. Or she's been saying how nice it is. I haven't really given those a try, to be honest. Why is your butt swampy? I'm just saying, I was trying to think of an example of something that's TMI, you know? And that was the first example that came up to me. No, like, I don't mind my coworkers or my team having those conversations. It's just, personally, I feel like I'm a third wheel, and I feel like I have no place in being around this conversation, and I don't necessarily want to be around this conversation. That's why, like, I always like, hey guys, let's try to keep this, you know, professional, because I just don't want to be around it, because it's none of my business to know this conversation going on. But for some reason, they just feel more comfortable having these conversations when I'm around. But I swear to God, when I almost doxed their name, when this other person is in the office, they just shut up. They all just lock in and just do work. I feel like I don't have authority or any aura. I swear to God. When I'm around, it's like recess. And then when my other teammate is around, they just lock in. And they don't do any of that. And I'm just like, ah! You could talk about your own bra size. I don't think I've ever worn a bra before. I had to like take a second to think. Maybe have I tried on a bra? I don't think I've ever worn a bra before. So no, I don't have a bra. Concept of TMI just gradually fades over time with friendships between women. I think that it just gradually fades regardless of gender. Like, honestly, like, there's this new friend I've been making, and they're non-binary, and like, I just randomly, I think like a week ago, while we were while they were getting coffee, but I was just getting a cup of water, we had a conversation, and then they started sharing about their sex life, and I was like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, like, don't you ever feel like this when you're having sex? And I'm like, I'm Aeroist, dude. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, I was just not expecting you to bring this up with me. We've only known each other for like a month. And they're like, I don't know. You just seem so trustworthy. And I'm like, well, you can trust that I'll keep this to myself. But congrats. And he was like, oh, sorry. And they were like, yeah, I'm so proud, man. Like, I can't believe I pulled that off. I'm like, I'm proud of you too. Well, I'm gonna go back. I have a paper to turn in. Have a good one. And they're like, yeah. And you know what? I'll let you know if anything progresses forward. And I was like, yeah, you do that. But I was trying to make it imply that I did not want that. But just didn't communicate it that well. I didn't use verbal language as well as I probably should. Or I didn't use body language as much as I should have. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, how are you guys doing, chat? You do have aura. It's green with flies. I'm gonna rebrand it and choose a different color, I swear to God. Because they hate the other person? I don't know if they hate, but maybe they just don't feel as comfortable. I don't know. I don't like to gossip about anyone, to be honest, like at all. Chat, I will try my best not to gossip or intentionally try to gossip. I don't like gossip. I don't like the concept of gossip. I don't really see the need for it or the like understand why it's so popular amongst people. But I don't like gossip. I feel like it causes more trouble than good, and it's just kind of like it just kind of feels like you're just spewing lies. So yeah, I'm not gonna be a gossipy person, and I want you guys to hold me to that. If you ever see me gossiping on stream or like how I'm phrasing something that sounds like it's gossiping, let me know, because I don't intentionally want to gossip about someone. If I have a problem with someone, I would rather just talk to them privately and just do it all privately, and I would hopefully trust and respect that the person would also reciprocate. But if they don't, then I'm probably just gonna ignore them. Like if they try to bring it out in public being like, oh my god, Rainiel stole the last curly fry from my bag of fries, and I'll be like, dude, you could have just told me that in private. I'm sorry, I'll buy you some more curly fries. Instead of like going on Twitter and making like a thread about it. What happens if you throw me? Click it and find out. Oh, God! That's false. You do have orange green. What happens is because they hate the other person. Find out it's funny. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of pretty much all my channel point rewards are customized, and a lot of them have like little gimmicks like that. And I'll be real with you, whatever the channel point is, it's quite literally what it is. So, like for example, 200 IQ, well, it's a 200 IQ meme, like quite literally. The spray bottle one, well, you spray me with a literal water bottle. You know, stuff like that. Air gel, air gel. Air gel, it puts me in the air, and I'm stuck up here for a random amount of seconds. I hate this one the most, to be honest. Genuinely, I hate this one the most. Because I feel like it's so annoying. I'm in the top right of your corner. I feel like most people don't want the top right of their corner obstructed with anything. No worries. Also, chat, I'm gonna have to head out soon. I need to make dinner and do a little bit of cleaning. And also I need to set up a few more things for the birthday stream. For those who don't know or forgot, my birthday is this upcoming Friday. However, I'm gonna be working on my birthday, so we're gonna be celebrating my birthday on Thursday of this week. So in 3 days, 4 days, I don't know. I don't even know what today is. But yeah, we'll be celebrating on Thursday. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Don't expect anything too crazy, to be honest. I don't really like celebrating my birthday. So I'm not gonna do anything too crazy, but we're gonna spend it's gonna be a long stream. It's gonna be at least a minimum of 8 hours, but it might be a little longer, but minimum 8 hours. Get off the stage, boo! Yeah, it's gonna be 8 hours. I'm thinking, so the birthday theme I'm having is I'm thinking of a trip down memory lane. That's the my thought process with my birthday. I'm thinking about going down a trip of memory lane. And what does that mean? You'll just wait and find out. Excited to see the rest of the Pokemon cards? I'm excited to see everything. Just everything in general. There's still a lot of boxes that haven't been opened, and I actually genuinely have no idea what they are. I have not been keeping up with Throne as much as I should be. Red Rainiel? You'll see. You'll see. You'll wait and see. Wait and see, nyama. Oh, excuse me. Oh, EP. Yeah. All right, I kind of want to get. Oh, I was gonna say I want to get to 100 resets and then I'll get off. But we're already at 100. Let's do 105. Let's do 105. We'll do 105. It'll be a clean, nice number. And we'll see what it's like. Yeah, trust me, I won't lie. I'm trying to keep my nerdiness in control. I'm excited to open up the Pokemon cards too. Chat, there's so many like good normal and regular rarity cards that I need for my decks. I'm really hoping I pull it. Like for example, in the Temporal Forces packs, I really hope I get a Drillbur. I want Dig Dig Dig. For the Phantasmal Flames, I'm hoping to get at least one Charizard EX, just a normal one, so I can have two, because I'm probably only going to use two in my deck. Getting more Fighting Gongs would be great as well. I already have a playset of the Roltink Curlia. What else do I need from ME? Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to getting one more Mega Kangaskhan. Ooh, Rotom EXs would be great to have, because that looks like a fun toolbox deck as well. And I do actually have kind of a little here and there of like a lot of the other random pieces and assortments of it. So I probably could make like a budget version deck of that as well. Getting any Gengar pieces would be nice, because although Gengar isn't probably good any now, when rotation happens, it might actually be pretty good. What else would I need? Night Stretchers are always welcome. Counter Catchers are also welcome. Nest Balls are also welcome. Air Balloons I need. Oh my god, I need a lot of stuff from the Black and White sets. I need a lot of stuff from Black and White. Black and White have been that and Mega Evolution have been the two sets that have been really hard to acquire. So I'll be down for anything from Black and White at this point. Air Balloons would be nice. What else? I don't want to build the Zekrom Eels deck any longer, because Miraidon's getting rotated out. So I don't want to commit to that one. What else would be pretty fun to build and try out? What else? Actually the Reshiram is actually looking like to be a good attacker for Terrabox as well, from what I saw in Las Vegas. So Reshiram could be up there as well. But yeah, we'll see what we get.
Is your but let the nerd run free?
It'll be 50-50. I'll let it run for free when it's appropriate, but I won't make it all about me. I'll try and the stream, it's gonna be a long stream, and we're gonna be playing a lot of games, chat. So you guys will definitely be a huge part in participating, and how much enjoyment we get. It actually, I'm a little scared to attempt this, but I'm thinking now is the appropriate time to try it. It will require your guys's cooperation for some of the events to work or to be more fun. So we'll see how it goes, but of course, if it doesn't go well, I can adjust on the fly. But yes, regardless, I'm gonna go make dinner, chat. I'm very hungry and I need to get back to editing and start scripting out my videos for the rest of this month and the end, or for all of December. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please follow or subscribe if you're on YouTube. I'll be streaming again on Tuesday, so in 2 days from now. We will be playing Balatro, or Balatro, however you pronounce it. Never played that game. We're gonna give that a go. We're gonna make Pokemon shiny hunting for Legends Z a weekly series. Because the game's been out for a month, and I feel like I played a lot of it already. We almost have 100 hours, and it's time to, you know, play a little bit of variety here and there in between. So you guys, for those of you guys who don't enjoy Pokemon, there'll be some variety and you guys will be able to enjoy other games. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great evening, good night, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Join our Discord if you want to. I'll see you in the Discord if you want to. All right. Bye-bye.